or you're watching this back later.
Mainly watching it back later, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching this back later, kudos to you for clicking on a 3, 2, 3, 4 hour live stream and joining us. And if you're just not joining us, welcome. Today's going to be fun.
Dude, I have not stopped thinking about these pre-cons since Monday, and I've been looking forward to actually playing the game of Sorcery in its final version.
Final form.
Really final
Super
form,
Saiyan 12.
Yeah.
We did a stream on Monday. It was about an hour, an impromptu stream, because we got these pre-cons in for Sorcery, the alpha versions. You can see these boxes. They have the alpha logo down here. I just noticed
What's up, Kai? What's up, Moose Mystic?
I got distracted when I was looking at this box because the more I looked, the more I saw. You know what I mean? It's very profound, I know. But if you look at there's a very low opacity like piece of art on this box. Like look at the top of it.
Yeah, I see that. What is it?
And then if you actually look at the front where there's like this art going on, it's just lighter going on. But that reminds me of last year I went to France for a pro tour for Fab and went to the Louvre. And it's that vibe.
Yeah, cool.
Like some of the art in there.
Yes, absolutely. What do they call it where they use the egg yolk?
Oh.
That's not tempura.
It's not tempura.
We had sushi this week.
Tempura?
Tempura, yeah.
Tempura?
Yeah.
Tempura.
I think so.
No,
Glycerin
or whatever it is that all of the Vatican is. What's that called?
Well, the Glycerin is like a style of print, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like the color range is different on those than standard, I think. But I don't know.
Hit me with
tempura.
Tempura is.
Alex Becker, greeting fellow skeletons.
Hold on. Yeah, we'll get started here in just a second.
Egg wash? That's what you
The
do
bueno.
on a loaf.
What is all of the Vatican paintings? What would you call that? Like the style or the medium? Medium. Medium. Yeah.
Medium.
Vatican.
Does that necessarily mean there's a small and a large?
Paintings.
The next one's venti.
I never get sick
jokes,
of. I never
man.
get sick of the. We need the third camera still over there. I never get sick of the April Fool's Starbucks joke where they have the popcorn bucket sized cups.
I gotta ask Robert this.
Steven's gone.
We'll
Well,
get started here in just a second.
yeah, we're just
We gotta
hanging out,
figure
letting
out
people
what
come
Vatican
in.
uses.
We're gonna do the official intro in a second. I think the plan is for us to do an unboxing for each element because there's 4 decks in this pre-con, 1 for each element. A proper unbox for each one, so we can clip those up into their own little videos later. And then we're just gonna play
Got it. Frescos.
with the final card.
Frescos is what I was thinking of.
Does that mean it has avocado in it?
I don't think it's egg based.
Yeah, the egg base. I think I can still get tempura.
But there is an egg yolk, something that they mix with the paint or something. I don't know. It's very tasty.
Yeah, egg tempura.
Egg
Tempura. Wait, no, egg tempura. That's a different one.
Egg
You sure you guys don't want the starting screen instead of this?
Yeah. Just think about what you didn't have to subject yourself to.
All right. Audio look good. Audio sound good. Audio look good. Video sound good. Video look good.
Dominic saying, "I don't want to see this. I just want my packs to get here already."
Get a final
It's soon.
final check. Are we at 60 frames?
FPS.
Yeah, it's 60.
We're at 60.
Yeah.
Cool.
First person shooter.
Yeah, 60. I'm at 60.
Let me know. Somebody just say audio and video looks great, and then I'll click the button to start.
Wait.
This is for me.
What's the first video we're doing?
We'll do like the unboxing of the pre-cons, and then we'll play a game or
And
two.
is it 1 element per video?
Yeah. But we can cut that after the fact, in post. All we have to do is say, here's the air pre-con, and here are the contents.
Okay.
All right, looks great. Here we go. Does that count us down, Dumb and Dumber style? Apparently, you're supposed to say 3, not 2 and 1.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
5, 4, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sorcery Pre-Con unboxing series.
Unboxing. We got unboxings. We're going to play some games today, too.
4 elements, 4 unboxings, 4 gameplay videos all today.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone gets 1 turn with each pre-con. That's right.
Yeah.
What we're going to be doing, we're going to open up. We're going to actually do, we kind of got a little ahead of ourselves on Monday because we were just jacked. And we're going to do a calm, here's what's in every deck so that the people that care about that know that. And then
Who doesn't care about that?
Well, some people, I don't.
Dude, as soon as I saw that King of the Realm in the Earth, I had no idea it was in the Earth Starter, and there it was.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Boom.
Do you think that Lancelot and all the Knights of Camelot will be Earth faction?
No.
You don't think
Well,
so?
all the knights maybe.
You think it's a new
but
faction?
Like, what's the Green Knight? Green Knight's definitely an Earth Knight.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that doesn't mean that none of the other knights. What else would they be? Because like you've already got all the mortals in Earth. What? It's not like that. Lady of the Lake's gonna be water, obviously, or whatever. Merlin probably air. They seem magic-y, right?
I don't know.
Who's fire in the? Because there's a lot of King Arthur stuff that we have no idea about.
Yeah, but we're about to learn a lot more. That's one thing I love about these games. Growing up, we played a lot of different games based on IPs that I love, and you learn a lot there. Star Wars CCG, Star Wars TCG, even background characters, equipment, weapons, name of ships, all that kind of stuff. So, I love. When we were live, before this was all clipped up, talking about the art feeling of this box. And like learning through art to me is way more impactful than learning through like text. That's slightly terrifying.
Yeah, the giant media preview is on our preview screen going.
Don't know if you can see that.
I don't know if anyone at home can see it, but it's definitely on our preview right there. I'm gonna get this in focus and then we'll do an unboxing here. How's everybody feeling, man?
Tourist saying probably getting some dragons for fire.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Are there Arthurian dragons?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't you know? Yeah. Like if I just type in popular Arthurian legends, it's like strong bad typing.
Yeah, you.
All right. Let's just look at images and see what comes up.
I'm not gonna go in. I'm not gonna go in as much as we were.
There's a lady with a really pointy hat. There's a dragon. There's a lady with a sword in the water. There's a sword.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Appreciate that.
There's a very circular stone like surface with seats around it.
What other inanimate objects might be present in the King Arthur universe? Yeah. All right, let's start out with, what do you want to do first? Water? I've got water right here. Let's do water. Okay.
The official water unboxing.
Official water unboxing is here. So, first off, let's take a look at the water deck.
So this is the Water Precon Alpha Edition for Sorcery TCG, coming for those who added this to their pledge and Kickstarter for Sorcery. Presumably, there will be beta precons and other precons throughout the existence, but it came in this nice box.
That's it.
And that box had a box for each element in it, and this is you said water?
It is water.
Of course, you'd start with
water. But unfortunately, I have all of my air cards here, so I'm going to go get the actual water precon. Put them in the wrong box. But you start with the Avatar of Water, which, we're not certain yet if the Avatar of the element is going to be like the one that people play. Because there's a lot of talk about the Death Speaker and the Sorcerer and the Pathfinder and the Battle Mage.
And the Elementalist.
Who knows if these are going to be great.
What we know is that these come in the precons, and there are, I think, 7 or 8 other avatars currently spoiled from the first set. There was people talking about, and there was a video that went up about the math on how often avatars show up in packs based on some crazy details that people have found on the internet.
Yeah, I've kind of given up on figuring it out.
And it's pretty interesting to see that. But yeah, the avatars presumably will come in the boxes.
I'm laying out all the ordinaries.
All right. Now, is this part of the video?
Oh, yeah.
It's very meta. I'm not talking about the video.
Oh, yeah, we're here. We're here. There's that.
So you're laying out.
Let's just look at everything in these boxes. Elite, exceptional, elite.
You're grabbing all the ordinary stuff.
I'm going to grab all the ordinaries, and then we're going to kind of get an idea of what's in here in terms of like creatures and kind of the spread of things.
Okay, I'm with you.
And this is ordinary. Because like a lot of people care about that, and I think it's gonna be nice to see the contents all on the screen here.
Man, all of this art together, it just has
isn't it something? That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's just got like such a colorful presence to be felt.
So the water precon here has all of these ordinary creatures. That's the end of the ordinary creatures.
So 3, 4, 5, 8 ordinary creatures.
Then we have our exceptionals.
And there's some ordinary creatures you only get 1 of in this starter.
Looks like. The crabs, for instance?
Yeah, or the pirate ship.
We've also got some exceptional Tide Naiads. Beautiful. I'm in love with this card, especially the way that it's been changed.
Is that Jesse? Yeah. One of my favorite artists.
Exceptional Guile Sirens.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come in with one exceptional Anui Undine. Oof. Love that card.
Slide these up a little bit.
Also. We've got 3 elites following that. A Megamoeba, Levian Kraken, and the Unland
Oh,
Angler.
man. What's the name of that Kraken?
Deluvian. Look at that.
Okay.
All right, so this is all of the creatures in the water precon.
Okay.
Tells a story too, doesn't it? Everything from polar bears to krakens to swan maidens to buffalo to Guile Sirens. Correctly named, by the way.
What,
Bison on the land, buffalo in the water. Or so I've been told.
But
All right.
why do we call them buffaloes on land sometimes?
Because we're strictly wrong. We're wrong about a lot of things that we called in the New World.
What's your favorite art here?
Favorite art here is the. I'm drawn to the Guile Sirens myself. Look at the contrast, man.
Oh yeah, that.
Look at the color work on this.
Yeah, the
Compared
red,
to
the
everything
green, the
else,
blue.
it basically glows off the table.
What's amazing to me is this card is mostly not blue, and yet it still feels like a blue card.
Yeah, I think it's that blue text box.
That might help. But it's like the blue on them pops
Totally.
a lot because of the contrast with the red.
This card reminds me of somebody who's really good at painting miniatures. And you're like, I don't know how you created the way that it looks like the color it's supposed to be with only orange and yellow,
Yeah.
but somehow you
Like
got
this is
there.
a flat surface.
Yeah.
And somehow you express those colors
You
physically.
created this. Okay, so these are the creatures.
All right.
And then I'm going to pack these up, and I'm going to look at the spells in the same way. Look at the ordinary, elites, exceptionals, and then we'll pass it to you. You can do fire, and then I'll do air, and then you can do earth, or vice versa. Because I know you kind of have your eye on the kings and queens and stuff.
I am, by default, I lean fire element as primary, but earth has a soft spot in my heart.
I'm getting a little. I'm sidetracking a little bit myself. All the factions have stuff that I'm lightly interested in.
That's why I like the elementalist, because you can go everywhere there.
Yeah, that's just makes it easy. All right, then we've got. I think every faction maybe is going to have a basic ordinary control removal spell. Drown is the one here for water.
This art speaks to me, just so we're aware. Like any art that messes with light, particular like in interesting ways in the way it reflects or refracts, very high on my list usually.
Apparently, great painters don't paint objects; they paint light.
I had no idea.
It's not about you don't even make you don't think I'm going to paint a vase.
Yeah.
You think I'm
painting
just going to
light
paint the
reflecting
light,
off
and
of
then
it.
suddenly because the light's reflecting, it creates an object.
Yeah. So like one of my favorite during the FFG era's artists was Magali, and she painted or created digital art using light in a very different kind of way.
She's so good.
Yeah, but this is different. This is like picturing all these physical paintings always takes me for a loop.
It's pretty incredible, isn't it? Okay, these are all of the spells that come in the water precon. So we've
So a lot
got
of one-ups, actually.
2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 of the cards are spells, which is a good spread, really. We've got 12 spells, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 creatures, 12 spells. About 25% spells, 75% creatures.
Okay. I
Is
wonder
that
if
right?
that's
21 versus 12. No, it's not. Is that?
It's about
that's a third.
2/3.
2/3 and 1/3. Yeah, 33% versus 66%.
11 of each would be a third of each. So your 22 would technically be the perfect split. 66,
That's right.
So it's probably like 63, 64%.
And we still don't know what's the deck math going to be in the end.
Yeah, and in my experience, the developers and precons have not always gotten that number right. So
True.
don't
Very true. Oh my
think
gosh.
these ratios are the gold standard.
Notably, chat calling it out correctly. Sunken Treasure is technically a neutral relic, so it's not a water threshold card.
It does look like water.
But I think every precon has one relic in it as well.
Okay, yeah.
And then we look at the lands, the final.
Which it's funny. To me, the lands are like some of the most important cards in pieces of art.
I do like this.
And for a lot of games, the resource, like Pokemon, right? It's like the resources are not really relevant
Some people would say
in terms of art.
their favorite cards in Magic are the lands.
Yeah, that makes sense given my lack of experience there.
Especially because some of them, like, they really just look so good.
I have seen like the old school, very expensive swamps and mountains and stuff.
Expensive swamp, is that like an official?
Yeah, can I get a timeshare for a piece of that swamp?
All right, there's
These are so good.
Three ordinaries.
This is the summer river, spring river, and the autumn river, which I adore. This. It's like the same picture or same vibe. It's just the different seasons flowing through, which is so cool.
I couldn't love it more, to be honest with you. And you might ask yourself, how does a realm have autumn and spring at the same time?
Well, it's Oklahoma.
Magic. We've also got 2 floodplains. Those are exceptional. We've got 2 undertows. Those are exceptional. Then we've got 1 elite island leviathan.
That thing's awesome.
And we've got 1 unique tadpole pool.
That's good. Say that
Say
10
it
times
3 times.
faster.
Tadpole pool. So there's the water precon. We've got, what is this, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 land.
Okay.
21 creatures. 12 spells.
This was not in there?
Oh, thank you. Maelstrom. 16 land. Those don't count. The rubble don't count. 16 land. So we've got some special land, Maelstrom, Tadpole, and Island Leviathan. We've got some kind of cooler land here in the exceptional slot, and then we've got our basic. You're going to be playing mostly these ordinary lands to build your board.
I just want to see what this does.
Yeah, just check it out.
These all do the
It's so
same
good.
thing?
Yeah. Look at your next spell. You can put it at the bottom. And then there's a few water cards that draw from the bottom of the deck. So you can kind of figure
From the
out
depths.
where
From
you wanna be.
below.
Yep.
You see?
So there's the water precon, and it is. I can't say this enough. It is
You want to show the back of these real quick?
so exciting.
That's what the Atlas card looks like. What is that?
It's so exciting to actually get to play water as a faction that is not ice, and that is really.
Tell me why that's unique.
Because, man, nobody does water right. They don't. They all do like, oh, well, the water faction has got to shoot frost bolts at things and all that kind of stuff. They don't realize water is about adaptability. It's about.
I mean, ice has very few of the same properties of water.
I know, yeah. It's just a
Specifically.
solid.
I mean, ice is one element of water, I guess, but like, it kind of does defeat the water point.
That's right.
'Cause it
Water
becomes a point.
adapts to its container.
Yeah.
If you're playing a water faction, it should be very adaptable, very much
Reactive.
like, kind of giving ground, ceding ground. You should feel like you're fighting, a big old water balloon.
And there's also, I feel like, water has a connectivity potentially,
Yes.
like you should be able to move easier.
That's right.
Among this
Slide
thing,
around.
as compared to air. If you can fly, you can move pretty easy, but otherwise you just fall.
Air is basically the water of the
You
sky.
also don't move through fire. Like that is,
Yeah, nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And the fire is like aggressive, burning things, et cetera, et cetera. All right, there's the water precon. Thank you for watching. Now let's go to the next one.
All right.
And we're going to cut these guys into 4 separate videos if you're watching with us live. So that's why it's going to look a little weird for you.
I'm gonna give it a second, let you clear the.
Yeah, but I figure it'll be nice because there will be people who will say like, "What's in the water precon?" and then they'll get to see
I wonder how long that
exactly
was.
what's in there.
It's not very long.
No, yeah, we actually did a short video. That was 10 minutes.
Okay.
That might be your most successful video on YouTube at that rate.
It won't be the water one. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, and then we got all the 4 videos up. We'll get to see what's the most popular faction based on searching.
Or we'll get to learn the players of which factions are the kind of people that would look for a 10-minute video that is unboxing that specific thing.
Fire players.
I'm gonna guess it's not fire players.
No, fire players are looking for the quick hit. They're looking.
They
for
just
the
wanna
5
get
minute
in there
video.
and-
yeah, that's right. Maybe no video at all. You're right.
Yeah, it's like they don't even. It wouldn't even occur to them to look for the video.
Yeah, it hasn't even
If I were
crossed
gue-
their mind.
If I were guessing, speculating.
All right, let me get these little minions back in here. Every precon package also comes with the full-on minions. Maybe we should do the full box as well.
Spencer White saying, "Man, those rivers are unbelievably beautiful, like Bob Ross on steroids."
Yeah, it's insane. Truly insane.
And honestly, so live streaming the cameras that produce videos will capture a lot of it, but I didn't really understand till recently basically the depth of color and print that you can't catch on video, at least at current standards. Just reading Eric explain DPIs and like the way they were printing and all that kind of stuff, and looking at these cards next to a lot of cards from other games, it's really, the fidelity is insane.
Yeah. We're gonna have to redo that water one too.
Oh no!
There were 3 cards missing over here in the air.
Well,
precon.
luckily,
We're gonna start with you.
it was not
was
a very long
easy.
video.
Easy to go.
And we are planning after we do these unboxings to play. Actually, I think.
Oh yeah. How could we not play?
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting all the past 48 hours.
I'm
to
like
do this.
stoked to actually get to play with the rules, the real rules.
Yeah, and the real cards.
Yeah. Okay, Zach, take it away.
All right, so we are going to be unboxing the Fire Precon deck for Alpha for the Sorcery TCG. And I do believe the only way you can get this is if you're part of the Kickstarter, or, of course, trading or buying it off of someone that has it. This is not necessarily a mass retail item, but as far as I know, there will be precons for beta. We're waiting on details for that.
Beta, revise, whatever it is.
Yeah, so these precons came in this nice tuck box. There were 4 different decks. I pulled the Fire deck out. And there's a little individual box for each element that features the... Oh, no, I don't want that. No. Features the avatar of that element.
They also come with, in that box, these little...
itty-bitty cards.
These little cards, which are just awesome. They're so cool. This was actually something that was a mistake, I believe, from the Kickstarter.
Really?
And everybody loved the small cards so much that they were like...
Oh, yeah. Because we had these. So I think in the test file... They're supposed to be half-size cards.
Yeah.
And then the file name also said half-size card. So the printer half the half, and we got a quarter-size cards. And then we flipped those over on the table, and I thought they were great.
Everybody loved it. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Yeah. How could you not?
Also comes with 3 Rebel tokens in the box, and then it also comes with a rule book.
Which we'll get to later when we play. Speaking of comes with, hold on. We have a surprise.
Oh!
Mid-shoot surprise.
Yeah! Thank you!
This looks like a kind of drink I'm going to like.
Smells like a church.
Cheers. I'm going to let you explain this while I go deal with my Invisalign.
Cheers. Well, for those of you who don't know,
I'm still in Invisalign.
let me tell you. Zach has been fixing his teeth for about 6 years now. He's been on Invisalign for... Yeah, I'll get you Hank on that Rebel token. He's been on Invisalign for... Well, as far as I know, since he's been born. It just won't stop. He keeps telling me it's almost done, and then a year goes by, and a year goes by, and a year goes by. And so he's got to go brush his teeth every time he wants to have fun. And nothing less fun than brushing your teeth, to be honest with you. Anyway, Rebel token. Yeah, I'll do a close-up for you, Hank. Oh, there he is.
I know. Don't tell Zach. Oh, did I say that part out loud?
Here you go. Let's just get in there.
Ah, yes. Where even the Rebel token gets its own hand-painted piece of art. Put it on the box.
Here it is compared to my hand. Really have tiny fingers.
I also have small hands, so it doesn't really...
It kind of looks like a dog's paw, doesn't it?
I mean, it's just card size, you know what I mean?
Yeah, here's the Rebel token.
All right, back to the mission. This is the Avatar of Fire precon deck. This little tuck box, which I like. We did test it the other day. We'll test it again later. It's big enough to fit all the cards that come in the box, but also if you sleeve these, they still fit in the box, which I absolutely love that detail.
It's important.
Raphael, super excited to see you guys playing with the real deal cards. Yes, me too. We'll
Dude,
get there soon. Okay.
Here we go.
You ready for me to lay this thing out?
Let's go. Fire Precon, ahoy.
This is what comes in the Fire Precon. Of course, we get the Avatar of Fire, looking sharp and fiery. Let me line that up. Okay. Now, I guess I could have done what you did.
I like how it's... I like how this stuff has that element of... even you could have gone with the Fire Avatar being like ugly and aggressive, you know? But it's like the beautiful creation force of fire rather than the moody fire avatar, you know?
Which we will inevitably see.
It's gorgeous. What's up, Ben? Good to see you.
I also love, like, you can just see the... So, you know, there's different elements of this, of heat and fire. But it has, like, the little suns everywhere, like on... Yeah. Over on the side and in the hair, and then has, like, the crown of... Looks like almost crown of thorns.
Now, does somebody own all 4 of these avatars? Is it Eric? Or does somebody...
The actual
painting?
So I think the highest tier of the Kickstarter, and there were 4 slots, and they came with the hand-painted avatars. Like 4 different slots, and you can only get one.
So somebody could buy the other 3 and have all 4?
Hypothetically, yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I wonder what those are worth.
Well, they're worth whatever people
Because it's like
will
it's
pay for
fine
them.
art, you know? It's
is.
beautiful.
It is absolutely fine art. I'm going to separate these really quick into the different categories that you were doing.
Yeah, so we have the categories in the game. Ordinary is 4, Exceptional's 3, Elite's 2, Unique is 1.
That's right.
Which is a really nice self-balancing deck building mechanism.
Yeah, it's so the implications of that are. I shouldn't have started talking. The implications of that are.
Zach organizes Ash's collection.
Yeah, if it's unique, you can only have one of it in your deck, but that's also the most rare kind of card. But it scales really nicely because the cards you can actually play 3 or 4 of, you're going to see more of the boxes that you're buying. So it's not the scenario where commons and majestics are all 3 ofs, and then you just need more majestics, so then you end up with all these bulk commons, kind of a situation. But that's just a different / unique choice.
That's something I haven't thought about, actually.
So I'm going to start with the ordinaries. And you did it by type. You did all the, I guess, what are they called? They're not creatures.
Beasts, creatures. I think they're creatures. Yeah.
Creatures?
We'll call them creatures.
All right, I'll leave these out. The ogre goons, classic sandworm. One of my favorites, the pit vipers.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Raoul dromedary. Is that right? Is that the right way to say it?
Dromedary,
Dromedary,
I believe.
The Rimland nomads, ordinary mortals. Watch out.
Watch out.
And then, kind of continuing down the. Did we say creature?
Yeah, creatures. Sure, it's fine.
We have the Petrosian cavalry, one of, at ordinary, and then we go to the spells, as it were. That's what they're called.
So wait, this is all you have only ordinary creatures?
No, this is just ordinary cards.
Okay, ordinary cards.
Completely.
Got it.
Do you want me to do all the creatures?
Yeah, do all the creatures.
Okay.
I want to see all the creatures, see like the
All right.
landscape of bodies.
Let me grab the kobolds. Those guys. Okay. So then at the exceptional level, we have. I can just put this over
We've
here.
got more space.
Look at that. At the exceptional level, we have some 2-ofs. We have the Wayfaring Pilgrim. We also have the Clamor of Harpies. And we then get to 1-ofs. So we have the Quarrelsome Kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're just looking for a fight, man. We have the Colicky Dragonettes. We have the Wills of the Wisp. And what kind of art is this? The Wills of the Wisp? Like
Kind of a
impressionist?
impressionist. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like Scream, like the Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Is it Van? That's Van Gogh.
There's the Starry Night as well.
Starry Night. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love that.
You don't have to know why, man.
They did a. Do you remember that alt art Emperor Palpatine for the Star Wars LCG from Worlds, like the first Worlds, like full art? It's almost this style.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And some people don't like it. I love it. All right, then we have the Hillock Basilisk. I think that's how you say that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all the creatures at that level. Now let's go to the next one. So at Elite, we have a couple. They give us a couple really cool, really cool things, honestly. The first thing they give us is Bull Demons of Adum. These guys look wild.
Minions. Yeah, minions, not creatures. Minions.
There it is. I was really happy to see this one. I think this art is. I'm just amused by this next piece of art. The Infernal Legion.
Mm-hmm. It's a very distinct style, isn't it?
Laughing Skeletons on Fire.
Mm-hmm. That's your band name?
Never. That's not a bad band name, honestly. And then the final elite minion they give us is the Ancient Dragon. Look at this thing.
Now that's a dragon, man.
We were talking about light earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The way the light is hitting everything here it makes it feel like it's a moment, right, happening.
It sure does.
Which I'm a big fan of.
This is a really good question. Do we have a reference for what fireballs are? Do you have any idea what a fireball is for this avatar?
Yeah, it's in here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the card fireball comes with the precon, and then you can turn any land in your hand into a fireball.
That's right.
And you can reference that.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get to the spells.
Wow, cool. That's awesome.
So the final minion is a unique, and it's the Doomsday Prophet.
Oh, that's a good drink.
Which is, I'm just reading this card real quick because it's a 1-of, obviously.
What does it say?
Cost 5, 2 fire threshold, only 1 power. Nearby units take double damage except from strikes.
So double damage from all your spells.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
This guy gets it. So total minions 2, 3, 4, 25.
25.
Minions included in this fire precon.
That's more than the water precon.
Well, before you found your missing cards.
Oh, right, 25. Okay, 20. That makes sense. So 25. We expect 12 spells then and 16 lands. That's my expectation.
I'm trusting you.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I'm just here.
Let's see if it's real.
Okay, we'll leave that stack right here.
Next up,
Okay,
spells.
so now we're going to spells. The ordinary spells we get. Minor Explosion. This thing has been updated.
Yeah,
You used to have a
some would
grid
call
on
it updated. Some would call it balanced.
Downgraded. Muted. Then we get, this is on the ordinary level, of course. So there's 2 of the Minor Explosion. Then we get 1 Heat Ray.
Jeff Easley, talk to me, baby.
1, I'm a big fan of this art. Incinerate.
Like, can we just stop for a second? If you immediately know if you're a fire player, if this tableau is what you get into.
It is certainly speaking.
Because look at that.
Yeah.
All right, give me more.
Then we get Firebolts.
That's another Easley, isn't it?
Yeah, like
yes, it is.
looking at this compared to the water stuff you were showing me earlier.
Yeah.
Water stuff's cool. This is a different level of experience for me.
Yeah. This is what you want to be.
There was a
Firebender.
Oh my goodness, what was the name of that painting? So we went to the Louvre last year in France.
Very cool.
And there's this painting. I'll have to look it up in a minute. It was the one that stuck with me the most. But it certainly has fire involved in it.
Okay.
And that's why it just kind of speaks to your soul or not. You know, everyone knows their element, I think, deep down.
What if you're watching live, what's your element out there and why?
Or if you're watching later.
Or if you're watching later, leave a comment, like, subscribe, smash that like button,
Yeah,
hit that bell, ring that.
Of course, if this is the fire unboxing, I'm going to guess.
A lot of people would say fire.
Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe people are just studying their enemy so they can understand how to quench.
A little Sansa situation.
Yeah. Okay, now at the exceptional level, we get Fireball, which is the thing you're referencing.
Yeah.
We get 2 of them. And for reference, just real quick, it costs 4. Shoot a projectile. It deals 4 damage on impact and 2 damage to each other unit at that location.
That's awesome.
So I'm assuming it's like a bolt. The first thing it hits, it's doing 4-2, and then everything else there is going to take the 2 damage. And you got the old Doomsday Prophet around. Just put it out there.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah. I also get 1 copy of Blaze.
Look at this. Look at all these
1
spells
copy
together.
of Wildfire.
Come on, man. You can't be okay.
Rage Against the Machine, dude. There's a fire inside. You can't be okay. You're like all at peace and water and like we're just chilling.
What is wrong with you that you want this?
Yeah, there's a fury.
There's a fury, yeah. Many would describe you as a rage-filled human being.
Yeah. You don't see it very often, but a lot of my existence is based on a fire that was created, at various points in my life.
Catch Zach at the bar, and he'll tell you all about it.
Yep, that's a long, long story. Anyways, then we get 1 copy of a tremendous blast of magic, of elite magic. And it's the Major Explosion.
Okay.
This thing looking cool too. I've never really been an explodey kind of guy. I'll say that much.
You like controlled fire.
I think so.
Not sudden.
I don't know. Explosions just hit different.
It is true. I mean, that is true. You want like a hose of fire, not like a sudden outburst.
Yeah. And then we get 1
fire hose, if you will.
Relic, which is the Drums of Doom.
Oh, cool. DJ Shadow.
You see the faces on those drums? I love it.
Cool. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the viewers. Drums of death, and I'm with you. Damage dealt to minions nearby is lethal. Elite instruments of mass percussion.
I love that. The first time I read that test print card that said that, I got a good chuckle. Yeah, so you drop this down.
Oh, man, look at this.
Then you cast something that does a bunch of fire damage, and they all go away.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like you get like a bunch of 1/1s, and they just start killing everything.
Mm-hmm.
A trepid pulse, a throb of blood-poured passion, and life's spark seemed to each one about them lost. Is that an original, you think, or is that an old famous poem?
I've seen on some of these cards they'll have like scriptures, and some they'll have like poems. So that could be totally made up, or it could be like
that seems like it's from
some
history.
famous passage.
Here, let's look at this one. What is this one? Scaleforge stoked, proud kite untamed, in flagrant flight unfurled. That's got to be from something, right? They're not writing these, are they?
Like, I mean, look at the flavor text on Pit Vipers. Always look before you leap, for snakes among the hollows creep.
I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they hired an old-timey poet.
I don't know.
It is a Curiosa situation.
There's hold on, I'm just noticing way more flavor text.
There's so much, actually. I started looking at it last night as well.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Next up, what do we got on the lands? The
All right.
final.
Let's clean this up.
You want any help?
No, you
Nah,
can
I, don't
just
think
look
it,
at
I
me.
think it'd be...
I'll let you take care of your own business when it's your
No,
turn.
you can just look at me.
You get the privilege
Oh, thanks, man.
of just looking at
I
me.
guess I'll do that.
Would you look at that?
I'll
Okay.
just look at you.
So it seems like all these elements have basic style of sight that you get different versions of. So like this has 3 copies of Remote Desert, which is an ordinary sight, and on Genesis, which means when you play it, you deal damage to each minion atop target nearby sites.
Each minion.
Yeah, so uncontrolled. But if we had that, the drums, and then you play this, and it does 1 to each minion, it's like all of them suddenly.
So
are
it's like
gone.
lethal for everybody.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's how that would loosely work.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of like removing everything from the board, like a removal strategy.
Like you're kind of like burning them away, destroying them.
Mm-hmm.
We also get 3 red deserts, which has the same ability, just different art. We also get 3 arid deserts. Now, I do want to just get on a soapbox for a second.
Hey, King of Odinana, thank you. You got the reference.
I've never. I'm also not necessarily a desert guy. I'll tell you that much.
You've been hiking in the desert? Didn't you go to Arches?
I didn't go to Arches, but I did go
Circumstances
to
weren't
like
ideal, but
Utah and like Southwest Colorado and Nevada
Mhm.
hiking trips all throughout there. But what I was gonna say is, I feel like in a lot of games, what this would be, and I'm talking out of my depth when I talk about Magic, but
Don't talk about Magic.
I won't talk about Magic. I feel like in a lot of games, what would happen is these 9 cards are the same thing. So you could have another type of rarity that is, you can technically play 12 of these because they're all ordinary. You could have another type that is you could play 12 of it and just print a single card, have a single piece of art.
Right.
But you didn't. And there's mechanical reasons to not to, but also just from a board presence standpoint, having these different pieces of art where it's not just all, because you can imagine if 8 or 9 of these are on the table and they're the exact same.
Yeah.
The landscape feels much different than 3 different pieces of art.
100%, man.
Anyways, just
100%.
Just love it. Okay.
It's just about making it all good. Not just the mechanics, not just the art of each individual card. It's the landscape. It's the experience of the game.
It's not even good. It's exceptional.
It is exceptional.
It's a level above. This is way beyond good enough to me. All right, then we get 3 copies of Shifting Sands, of course. Then we
Is that exceptional? You get 3 of that exceptional. Shifting Sands. Okay.
Then you get.
Hey, have you seen what this does?
I-
Trigger the Genesis ability of each allied desert nearby.
Mhm.
Are you kidding?
It's Shifting Sands, so they all do
And
their
then
thing.
they kill everything again.
Well, don't play units. That's all I'm gonna say. Or
Goodness
do.
gracious,
That's up to you.
What am I supposed to do?
Then we get 1-ofs. So we get 2 fire 1-ofs. One of them, they're both unique actually. One is River of Flame. Look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is Vesuvius.
Mm-hmm. Just getting in there.
Love that art. All right, then we get 2 non-fire locations. One is elite, one is exceptional, and there's only 1 of each. One is the Standing Stones. One of my favorite pieces of art in the game.
Come on now. Wasn't that on a
Again,
play
capturing sunlight. That's where. So I like fire and I like sunlight.
Some would say it's kind of the biggest source of fire in our solar system.
Yeah, I didn't really connect those dots until I was older. I was like, wait, that's just a giant ball of fire.
That's why I see you walk outside and stare into it so often.
Yeah,
just right into
I
it.
actually hide from the sun because I respect it. I respect the power of the sun and fire. Actually, my skin is just very delicate.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
the truth comes out.
I don't tan. I just burn.
Yeah, well, I know
And
something about that
It blisters
as well.
very quickly, so I have to be very careful.
You're
about
supposed to be up in like the cloudy, rainy parts of the world.
I think so.
Up north.
Yeah, and that doesn't really affect me emotionally. Like, I don't get sad when I'm in
That's right.
overcast weather. A
No,
lot.
you don't get sad. You
I think
just
I was
tuck
just
it
born in the
deep
wrong
down and
region, but we won't get into that.
die.
Talk about fires they get. Anyways, then the last one, which the first time I saw this, it was like, it really stuck with me. And it still just like has a presence to it. But Cornerstone. It's a bizarre, like this just.
It hits like that sap art does in Flesh and Blood.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow, okay, things are weird now.
Yeah, it just went to a different.
Like, what even is this?
Different part of the world. Or a different part of my brain, right? It's just. Yeah. And that's it. That is the Avatar Fire Precon.
This is truly insane, this art.
Yeah.
It'll drive you crazy.
You just keep looking at it, and there's new twists and turns.
So many squares and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what's up and what's down? And if you turn it a different direction, like it starts to make sense. Anyways, I'll let you figure that out.
There it is. So this is a fire precon. It comes in the sorcery box. This precon box. Right here it is. And this box contains the 4 elemental precons, as well as a bunch of tiny cards for tracking statuses, the rule book, and some rebel tokens to track when your friends destroy the map. Moving on.
All right.
I'm going to do water again. It'll be some more. How many likes do you get a video of you two playing StarCraft? 16,000 likes. And Zach and I will play StarCraft, local area network, live. And he will get destroyed.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played StarCraft.
Destroyed. I'm going to be moving my Mutalisk so fast, he's not going to know how to keep up. My micro is too good.
Don't know what any of this means. But I'm going to nod knowingly.
I actually hate the Zerg. Terran man myself.
Sounds like an Earth faction.
Kinda.
Is it not a water faction?
Well, basically in StarCraft, you have Protoss, which is the best of everything, but expensive. Zerg, which is the worst of everything, but cheap. And then Terran, which is humans just trying to make it work.
Mid-range.
Basically. Mid-range, yeah. So, you can imagine why I play
Spammy
it.
aggro, elitists, and then normal.
Yeah. And their buildings take off, and it's pointless. But that's what humans do. They solve problems in the moment. They don't think about the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that. We just keep going.
All right, let's do the water precon next. Let's roll through these pretty quick. Next up. All right, here we have the water precon for the Sorcery TCG. It's the alpha version of the precon sent to us by Eric's Curiosa. Thank you for that, Eric, and all the Curiosa team. We're going to look at the contents of this precon and get a little rundown of what playing water is all about right out of the box. Starting with the Avatar of Water, the original, the only. I'm going to put it over here,
okay,
where we can all appreciate it. Then we have a number of ordinary cards, ordinary minions. We're going to go with the Deep Sea Mermaids.
Oh, hold on. Let's get you a little straightened out.
The Sea Serpent. Come on. Like, the Sea Serpent does for me what all those fire cards do for you. We've got a one-off pirate ship.
It won't surprise you. That's the first piece you've laid where I'm like, these all look good, but that does something for me. And it has the sun in it, which I just realized, which is funny.
Well, he does
I like the
sun.
Swamp Buffalo, though. It's almost an Earth card.
Swamp Buffalo is pretty cool, yeah. You see some things coming into focus here. You got some polar bears. This card is mechanically one of the most important cards in the game, I would say. The sedge crabs. They can only voluntarily move sideways because they're crabs, of course. Don't you understand? These are the ordinary minions that you'll see in the water faction out of the precon. So this is like your basic spread of units. Okay. So then we've got Anduin Undyne, the exceptional Spirit of the Sea there. Mega Amoeba. Also my favorite album from Incubus.
Look at that creeper.
Then we've got the Unland Angler, giant fish in the
Hold on. Let's get you
the middle of the world.
An anglerfish.
We've got, and these are elites, so we'll move them down. Move them down here. Actually, sorry, I ruined your.
No, I'm just trying to give you a little
ruined your
space so you can
ideas.
see the card.
Put the Guile Sirens over here. They look great. Just gonna keep.
Oh, I see. The one O's you're putting over here.
Tide Naiads on exceptional.
I love the color palette there.
Brodenbag Bullfrog on exceptional. And then we've got the Elite Kraken, the Elite Angler, and the Elite Mega Amoeba. These are big bomb creatures.
Yeah.
But then we have really the whole reason we're here. The unique in the deck, Mother Nature.
What's Mother Nature do?
It is not important.
Start your turn and reveal your topmost spell. If it's a minion, you may summon it here. I assume for free.
Yeah, summoning is free. Casting costs money.
Okay. So you just flip the top card of your deck over and it's a minion.
And it goes in.
Boom.
Yeah. So there's going to be decks built around that card. But the cool thing is it's unique. So, like, it's so hard to consistently draw a unique card that you can't really build around it.
But you do have all those, like, look at the top card, put it on the bottom, effects.
Right.
So that you can hopefully filter through, get to Mother Nature, boom. But only 3 power. You
Easily
play it, I
killable.
have to deal with it.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt will take care of it. There's a million different things you can
All
do.
my flame stuff.
So there's all of my minions. Pushing these over, and then we're going to look at the spells, and then we'll look at the lands. but you can see the the beautiful tableau of watery things. Isn't it funny too playing a game where like my bomb drop is Mother Nature?
Yeah, I'll stick to dragons.
We got dodge roll.
Thank
This
you
is
much.
some of my favorite art in the game. Vincent Pompetti.
Really?
Yeah, Pompetti, right? Yeah, Vincent Pompetti.
It's cool.
I like
ogre.
like you were talking about that style of thing that you like with like the stream Starry Night.
Yeah.
This is big for me. And Iceland's in the same style by Brian Smith. Brian Smith did the promo for our beta
Lightning
pre-order, I think. Riptide, Drown.
What's
See-
the name? Is Riptide the name of that song that Taylor Swift did, that
Yes.
cover that we love so much?
Yeah, Joy Vance did the original. Vance Joy, excuse me.
You were just saying it, proper library style.
Some might say that there's something wrong with me for wanting to drown people.
I love this card. The look
Well, then, okay, it's you still.
of it.
Ordinary spells here. And then we've got Frost Nova. I'll take a little ice. Little ice.
I mean, this is kind of just like justice, right? It's like, if you're not respecting the water,
Yeah, you were on the site. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. You went out without a life jacket.
you earned it.
We got the Marine Voyage. Love that. I love water. Upwelling. That's a very good art style there as well.
And these are all spells.
These are all spells. And then I've got a one of Exceptional Sunken Treasure, non-water traded. And then finally the Elite Wrath of the Sea. Look at that card. That card is what sells me on whatever method is being used to make these cards.
That is disgusting.
It's crazy.
The art's also fantastic.
It's crazy.
Matthias Frisk.
So there's all your spells. If you like water, of course
Look
you're
at
gonna
all
like
that
those.
blue.
It's so nice, man. I'm such a huge fan. You finally get to play water. You finally actually get to play water.
Yeah.
You know? You don't
Not
have to
snow, not
sacrifice.
ice.
Wait, the wave has little eyes in it? Yeah, it does.
Let me see.
It does. It does, Zach.
Yeah, creepy.
It's terrifying. Now it's a Cthulhian kind of thing, and it makes me feel like I'm scared of
Yeah.
it.
It's
Wasn't a giant wave scary enough?
Yeah, right?
It's got to be a monster. Okay, and then lastly,
King of Odinana. This is easily the most gorgeous game on the market, and it captures the retro feel without looking ugly.
yeah,
That's
somehow.
very well said.
I'm just gonna be honest. I think that's Eric's entire career.
Yeah.
I think it's what he did with Path of Exile as well.
I mean,
He left off where Diablo got bad and said, "Let's make it not bad."
we read this the other day, but I love on the back of this, the box that the pre-con decks came in. Sorcery Connects the Realm is an old school TCG for players with a rich imagination, tactile nerve, and an appreciation for hand-painted art.
Yeah, I have 2 of those. So here's your ordinary lands: Autumn, Summer, Spring, River.
Mhm.
What's a Winter River? Well, it's frozen, so it's not much of a river, is it?
It is not a river anymore.
We've got Undertow, 2 of. We've got 2 Floodplain. And then we've got some really cool big land. Like this is where it's at.
Island Leviathan is where I started to get interested.
We've also got Maelstrom. And then we got some frogs.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
So there's the water precon for Sorcery Alpha. Again, it comes in the precon box, at least currently, precon alpha box. This alpha box comes with the tiny little cards that help you track statuses and these kinds of things. I can show you that for the official camera. It's not that my hands are giant, it's that the cards are small. Can you imagine? It's
Yeah,
like-
you just hold it. It's like the Hobbit tricks in Lord of the Rings. You hold it up higher, and then they will look like normal sized cards, and your hand will look.
and then
giant,
and then
yeah.
there we are. And then they also come with some rebel tokens and a rulebook.
Boom. Water
Nailed it.
in the coffin.
Look at that. That's how it's done out here in the content creator space.
Creating content.
We're
like it's our
creating
job.
content like it's our job. Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
I still think about that Bo Burnham special all of the time.
The reaction videos.
All of the time. All of it. Because it's the whole thing is so perfectly pointed at internet culture that we've been steeped in for essentially our entire adult lives. And it's so apropos. It's so just on the nose.
Yeah.
It's like, I've made you some content, like, it's just like a word that means nothing. I've made content. It's like everything that is made, everything in the world is content. It's all contextually relevant. But it's like this weird thing. Like, these kids want to be content creators.
Yeah. No. They want to be influencers.
They want to be influencers. Let me tell you, kid. All right? Here's from Grandpa.
Grandpa Steve.
You don't, if you're trying to be an influencer, you'll never succeed. if you're doing something that you think is adding value to people's lives and that you enjoy, and you have a genuine interest in it, you may stumble upon becoming an influencer because people liked what you were doing.
Never is a strong word.
It's like if I set out to become like a famous artist.
Right.
I don't think that's the appropriate.
Most of the time, people are obsessed with art and being
Yeah.
an artist, and they just are obsessed with whatever it is they're doing. And
They happen to become influential, right?
Yeah.
Banksy didn't set out to be an influential artist.
I mean, if
Maybe.
you can,
I don't know,
if you
actually,
can
I don't
land
know
it, it's a cool gig, right? I'm gonna make Instagram and TikTok posts and just get paid by people to wear stuff and talk about food and visit places.
Mm-hmm. Sounds super fulfilling.
I mean, it's better than a lot of jobs.
It's true. As he drinks his cocktail on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it really sucks.
On that note, oh wait, you need this bag.
Oh yeah, the avatar, right?
Yeah.
What's the question here?
I want that.
You mean the person pre-con box specifically? I wonder why they might. What is that? What is that for? These are still in the van unless you buy the kit. No. Beta release. I missed the alpha. Hope for future release. Yeah. So all the questions about. So we don't know anything about additional pre-cons being available. Almost certain there will be a beta pre-con available. Almost certain that we'll be able to offer it.
I'm willing to just say there will be a beta pre-con.
You're willing to say that?
I may not be right.
You're not making it. Well,
But
welcome to the internet.
yeah, have a look around.
I'm willing
man.
to say anything.
Yeah. I would be shocked if there's not beta pre-cons. And when we have the info on that, we can work through how we're going to make that available or not. So
We'd have to also be able. We'd have to manually combine orders for people who ordered boxes and then want to tack the pre-cons on.
I don't know that we would even
Maybe.
do that. It
Why-
depends.
Maybe.
So
Maybe
like
we
once you
would.
start combining, the only way you would combine is if you were absolutely certain they were coming at the same time.
Yeah, true.
And especially with free shipping on the beta pre-order with 2 boxes,
Hmm.
every time you.
But
mix
how
those
awesome would it
streams-
be to get 2 to 5 to 8 to 20 beta booster boxes with a box of pre-cons and you're set.
Yeah,
You're ready to go.
that's assuming again they're around at the same time. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing. We'll see.
You'd think
See
we
what's
would know that by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, we don't. Little mystery being left. You're like this Earth.
Let's take a look at the Earth pre-con, everybody.
Yeah, I'm more excited about the. So I think I knew I'd be excited about Fire.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah, but my expectations for Earth were low, but the excitement for Earth is high.
Expedition for Earth right here on the ground.
Yeah,
You're right.
they were earthy down here. So let's dive into it. Let's open this Earth box. So again, it's got the nice tuck box. It can fit the cards sleeves. which
Pre-con
we've-
card
we've
sleeves.
tested, yeah.
You know what I want to test next? I want to see if a 60 card deck will fit in that box.
Well, we can do it.
We'll do it. We'll do it here in just a
We'll
second.
do it live. All right, you ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's see Earth. Here we go.
All right. Of course, we have the Avatar of Earth.
Looks surprisingly sneaky for an Earth avatar.
Yeah, looks mean.
Yeah, mean, kind of like the old, kind of like a forest that's gonna kill you, kind of mean, you know?
No,
Like, yeah, come on in, everybody, and then suddenly you're
I could definitely
getting wrecked.
see what you're saying there.
In fact, it's a beautiful effect, though. You've got like berries and beetles making up the hair, and you've got this mushroom that almost acts as like the background of the hair itself. It's so tastefully done. This is what these like green wizards should be like, you know,
Instead of just like.
covered in bird excrement.
Well, we don't talk about that one. There are. I noticed on the box.
We don't.
One thing I don't like about this Earth avatar. There's a lot of bugs floating around here. I'm not a bug man. Some people are into bugs, you know. Bugs creep me out.
Zach Bunn, not a bug man.
I'm not a bug man.
Yeah,
I've
did you get
always
the
hated
Weedles
bugs.
and the Metapods and stuff in Pokemon?
Yeah, but I didn't really try.
Yeah, didn't like it. Just try to get through
Convenience
the
store was
forest.
about as far as I would go.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Hit me.
Let's start with the ordinary 3-of copy of the Belmont Longbowman. One of the best units in the game.
This is one of the best units in there. This is going to define the Earth faction out of that pre-con. Your friends are going to hate you for it.
We also got 3 copies of Cave Troll.
Love
Now,
it.
as compared to the other starters we've seen, you don't see a lot of 3-ofs. So that is something that is a bit unique about the Earth deck so far. 2 Land Surveyors.
This card is my favorite card.
When
Comes
play
in,
it,
you draw a sight.
you draw a card.
It's
Draw
awesome.
sight, specifically.
Awesome.
2 Wild Boars. who look mean. 2 Amazon Warriors.
Mm.
Are classic from our games.
Yeah, that's beef.
2 that's magic.
2-0.
Let's see. That's magic. That's magic. We get 1 copy of Scent Hounds.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone likes a good boy.
Nearby enemies permanently lose stealth. That's an answer to your friend's air deck.
And what does stealth do?
Stealth, you can't target them with anything until they do something. They can move, and you don't know that they're there, basically, until they attack or defend or pick up an item,
Gotcha,
I think.
gotcha. So they just ignore because they can, they're Scent Hounds.
Yeah, they can smell them.
Yeah.
I guess is the idea, though.
2 copies of Autumn Unicorn.
Mm.
These are
3,
exceptional,
4.
by the way. 2 copies of House Arn Bannerman.
Mm-hmm.
2 copies of the very creepy Pudge Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
And then 1
Notable
copy
card.
of Frontier Settlers, which I know Steven loves.
Dude, Frontier Settlers is the best. I would run a deck of Land Surveyors and Frontier Settlers and just try to take over the entire map as soon as possible.
Yeah, I could totally see you doing that.
But at the same time, the more the map you take over, the more vulnerable you are. So this is a classic problem.
It's the Roman Empire problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
Eventually, if you're everything, then it's hard to keep control of everything.
Hmm.
All right, then we get some elite minions. First, we get the Stone Gaze Gorgons, which I'm just going to put here so you can see.
Come on, man. Now, these are great.
Yeah.
Those look so good.
You really do love to see it. We also get the Rotanus Titan.
Hold on a second. These look so good. I didn't realize these were here. These are great.
These are great.
I mean, this is obviously awesome, too. Strikes each enemy when it comes into play. Everyone knows those cards are great. They always are.
And I'm a huge fan of the art on this one. It's Francesca Barreld, I think. That's the mountain giant.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of coming off of the map.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Takes up 4 locations.
That's that Warcraft 2 art, man.
Yeah.
It's that Warcraft 2 manual right there.
It is good. I'm a big fan of that card.
Before Blizzard got all bubbly.
Who?
Blizzard.
We also get a unique Midland Army. The one and only Midland Army. 8 cost. Does things.
I'm going to look at this. Target a location up to 3 steps away. Deal 4 damage to each unit there. What? Deathrite. Summon a foot soldier token to each adjacent location. So when they die, they pop out. It's like a micro-majig shipping container.
Yeah, well, if you destroy the army, then the soldiers are going to still be there.
So they can just sit there and deal 4 damage to each unit up to 3 steps away with those stupid catapults?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
8 cost, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Game
It's an 8/8 also, though. Like,
whoo! Jason Chung saying hello from London. Hey, man.
What's up, Jason?
All right. Next, we get a unique Queen of Midland.
Mm.
The one true queen.
Mm.
And then finally, a unique King of the Realm.
This is kind of like the quintessential sorcery card in set 1, isn't it?
It costs 7. It says other mortals have +1 power, including not yours.
Mm-hmm.
You control all mortals. So you play him and you just take over every mortal on the table.
All the humans love the king.
Let's look at that art.
Let's look at it. Keep the king and queen there.
Look at that. So that is all of the minions in the art deck.
They're minion heavy, are they not? 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 14, 17, 20, 3, 26. I think water had 24.
I think Earth had
25.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so they're about right.
just a pinch.
They're about right.
So they have extra unique minions compared to the other ones, and I think we'll see it play out in a second.
Roger saying, are you guys planning on going to Gen Con this year? My plan is to teach Michael Hamilton this game and have him win the sorcery tournament that's going to be hosted at Gen Con. Let me tell you, Hamilton will be awful at this game. Because it's not about math, and it's not about being good, and it's not about thinking.
I don't know,
It's
man.
about feeling. It's about feeling, Zach.
I imagine he could still be pretty okay at it.
Hamilton will never beat me at sorcery.
Well, you heard it here first.
I feel harder than he does.
Can you prove it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a feel off.
A feel off. That's hilarious. Jason said, would you guys consider playing Star Wars Destiny with some of the ARH community made content? It's pretty solid. I know Zach used to be a big fan of the game. I would always consider it.
Give you...
Our stream schedule is way different now, though. We only do one a week.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm not in charge of it, so ping Bryce in Discord.
Got him.
Got him. Okay, let's look at the magic from the Earth deck. We have Overpower ×2.
This card's awesome.
We also have Berry, which on second, the video we did this week, you thought it was
Mandolin?
different art, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. Did we prove
Yeah, it's
it?
the same. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
We also get Entangle Terrain, 1 of 4 cost.
Mm-hmm.
We also get a 5 cost Elite Earthquake.
Yeah. Justin Derringer on the chat here. I'm glad to see I haven't missed any gameplay. I can't wait to have these in person. Do the cards feel great? The cards feel fantastic.
Yeah, we did a blind taste test on Monday.
Yeah.
And with 1 bite, Steven could tell the difference.
They're notably better. They're notably better. Yes, I would say that.
The print quality, even just from a fidelity of the actual art itself, and also the card quality, I think they splurged a bit on the materials they're using.
Yeah, you just they had to have chosen the highest quality of whatever.
Yeah, it's like go ahead and dial that one up to 11. That one over there up to 11 too. Cool. All right, then we get exceptional Siege Ballista. We also get a relic called Screaming Skull, which I'm a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that thing.
Neutral relic, neutral siege ballista. Cool.
Yeah. We also get the Spear of Destiny, which
Zach,
we learned about.
So you're saying Earth gets 3 relics?
Mm-hmm.
It's genius.
And then they also get elite magic of Cataclysmic Impact called Crater Ice. Watch out. They will nuke that board.
Yeah, no, this is a whole vibe, right? This is like destroy the world.
Yeah, it's additional cost to cast, discard a site from your hand, destroy target site in play, and deal damage to each unit above or below a site in the area of effect, which is the entire board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you crush the board.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of glad that exists.
So they've only got 6 spells.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have these 4,
The
I guess Crater Eyes is 7th spell. Then they have relics, so they have extra unique characters and relics, which makes sense for the humans of Earth.
Just imagine for a second that's like Arthurian stuff.
It's not hard for me to imagine.
Set 2 Arthurian Legends, everybody. I mean, you gotta at least have it, right? It's gonna be insane. The art and all of that mythos being put in this style, hand painted, play it on the board. Ugh, guys, hop on our subscription, by the way. Marketing at you.
Hank's
Set 2
Olaf
Arthurian
from
Legends.
Portugal. So we got London and Portugal in the house. I haven't even done the where are you from right now. Where are you watching from? So then we get 9 villages. We get 3 humble villages. We get 3 rustic villages. And these all have a Genesis spend 1, put a villager into play effect. And then we also get 3 simple villages. So simple, rustic, humble, slightly different art.
I love how that looks all on the board, though.
A tableau of Earth locations.
Oh, man.
We also get 3 Vantage Hills.
Can we play already?
Everything on this has +1 range because they are on the hill.
Yeah.
So watch out.
That's the way terrain works, really.
Definitely. We get 2 Quagmires.
That card, Zach.
Yeah. Look at the light.
That may be the best art. How can you say it?
Yeah, keep saying it. Just keep
How
on.
can you say it?
Copy paste.
Here's the thing, too. I've heard people criticize Sorcery, it's just a fancy art project with a game attached. And it's like, at a certain point, isn't that what all card games are? And also, is there a problem with that? I'm here for...
Yeah.
I'd be playing Marvel Snap if I wasn't here for the art and the physicality of the game itself.
Yeah.
So maximize that variable, please.
Yeah, so I mean, you can complain about it, but...
It's awesome.
Okay. It's like this cocktail really is just a cocktail.
It's this fusion of booze and mixers.
And delicious flavor.
It just seems so overt.
And then we get 2 copies of Holy Ground. Spreading the good word.
Also, one of my top art pieces of the game.
I love the Arthurian Legends vibe, and this just smacks to me of we're heading that direction.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, the places we'll go with our pilot Eric.
We will see. That is the Earth Precon.
Earth Precon.
We did it.
It comes in the. Let's do the final. It comes in the box. Comes in this box of 4 Precons. Comes with some tiny little cards to mark statuses, which I've been fanning out in previous unboxings, so I suppose I'll do that here as well. Look at these tiny guys. Here, you do it now. You get to be the tiny guy.
And remember, our hands are normal sized, according to us.
Well, not a little small.
So you get some tokens for, what is this? Disabled and flooded with different art on the sides. You also have engulfed.
Let's go.
And inflamed. I'm gonna try to
Burned.
find another burned. You have various foot soldiers, and they have different art, honestly, which is crazy.
Yeah, why not?
You get some frogs.
Disabled.
Where's the other side of there it is. Flooded and disabled.
And you know what? Why not make the frogs different? Why not?
Yeah, there's 3 different frogs.
Why not?
just that 3 different hand painted pieces of arts for these tokens. That, yeah,
This quarter-sized token.
I guess.
And then we also got Rebel tokens and a rulebook in this box. So finally, let's do air. I'm gonna get these all organized real quick before we jump into this.
How's everyone doing out there before we dive into the next one? So we're planning on chopping these up into their own little videos. After we do this one, Steve and I are just gonna play a game or 6. I said 8 earlier, actually, didn't I?
Dude, air's gonna get me. The lightning,
You like lightning?
like, so in the water faction, they got drown, and then they've got the mid-range, which is the Riptide, which pulls things in and drowns them, and then they've got Wrath of the Sea, which drowns everything. I've seen that across all of these different precons. We've got Lightning Bolt, which is the single. Chain Lightning hits a number of things, and then Thunderstorm destroys all.
Everything.
Yeah.
But in slightly different ways. All I was saying, I'm doing well. Super excited for this game. Yeah, I'm there.
It's kind of almost at the point where I'm over being excited about being ready for it. It's like it's time for it to be here.
I've done a really good job of just not thinking about it, like not getting too and like anticipating it too much.
You're real good at not thinking.
Yeah, it's my job. But because there's been test print cards, and I know it's a long way away, but now we're getting really close. And like for the first time, I looked over on the Curiosa.io like card database.
Did
I
you
was
start
looking
deck
at
building?
No. I was just looking at the avatars and what's available there.
Oh no, I wasn't deck building.
I wasn't actually building. I was just looking.
I was looking at avatars.
And I just was for the first time. I was actually poking around in like a meaningful way, where I was starting to consider what I actually want. But I'm almost to the point where I can't not think about it. So I need it to happen.
Yeah, you need to get your fix. Does it work? Okay, Chain Lightning, exceptional, ordinary. Yeah, let's do it like that.
Dysphoria says, I'm really hoping that beta and starters are going to be announced for the UK soon. I do know the intent is to distribute worldwide. There's a lot for a smaller, newer publisher to do, but I too hope that happens.
Yeah, I think it will. The new designer piped in on the Discord yesterday, basically saying, yeah, like we're actively working on distribution, particularly internationally right now.
It's a lot. It's a lot for a I mean, just getting a game out the door is a lot, let alone the biggest TCG Kickstarter ever on top of a global release for a game.
And it's really weird. That's what I was talking about in the Discord yesterday. It's like you've got this moment where the alpha is going to get into everybody's hands suddenly, and like that's when you need actionable things for new players to be able to do. So even if you hit distribution 6 months after alpha is delivered, it's like that's tough. You want alpha to be delivered by the time that beta or revise or something, or even just precons are available in as many places as possible, so people see the game, their friends share it with them, they're like, okay, I'll buy in.
Yeah.
Tough to get all of that going. I mean,
yeah, and I've seen another publisher we work with, Stoneblade with Soulforge. They're just now releasing their first set in the UK, in Europe. The game came out months ago.
Yeah.
So it's especially global distribution. Just normal distribution can be tough, but global, very complicated to make, especially if you're trying to do simultaneous. Like just now, and we're 3+ years into this experience with Fab. This next set, I think, is the first multi-language global simultaneous release they've done.
That's something?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Logistics, man. Logistics.
Max Blue asking how they get the rights to tap. Maybe I'm misremembering, but didn't Wizard own that term at one point? There's definitely some words they owned for a while, and then eventually they lost because it's almost like the word Kleenex.
I don't remember. Did they lose, or did they just nobody's tested them on it?
I think they eventually had it revoked.
Okay.
Officially.
Yeah, because it's also just like, yeah, try it.
Yeah, they have the right to the tap symbol, which makes sense.
That's a trademarkable thing.
Not the word.
Okay. All right, ready to get this thing started?
Over to you.
All right, so we are unboxing the Air Precon from Alpha. This is only available, as far as we know, through the Kickstarter of Sorcery TCG, but it is, we think, going to be widely available in other forms moving forward. So let's take a look at the contents. We got the Avatar of Air. Looks great.
Yeah.
Butterflies also, cool. Like, you know, you didn't have to go all the way to butterflies, but you just, everything that flies can
birds and butterflies.
Then we're going to go to the ordinary cards here. We've got a Midnight Rogue, A roaming monster. I love this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe summon to any site. Do you know how good that is?
That reminds you of like old school D&D.
Yes. Yeah, because it's Jeff freaking Easley.
Yeah.
It's everything. I was reading the monsters manual in math class with Mrs. Moss in the 7th grade. And I didn't want her to know what was in there too well.
Got that Mrs. Moss class?
Mm-hmm. Math.
Margaret?
Dead of Night Demon. Stealth. 2/2. Terrifying. Cloud Spirit. Greatest art in the game.
Both of those is good, but the Dead of Night Demon is striking to me.
Did you guys know that there's a person in the clouds?
No. Yes.
Spectral Stalker. Yeah, this is going to make Robert really happy. He's an employee here at Covenant. A lot of undead things in the air faction. We don't know why. I don't actually know why.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's because
makes sense.
spooky ghosts are in the air.
Spooky ghosts are in the air.
What are they made of?
That's right. That's the first single from Flaming Skeletons on Fire, whatever it is you said.
I do feel like zombies would be more of an Earth thing, though.
Yeah, like buried and unburied. But I think they are. I think there's some zombie stuff in Earth, too.
And stuff.
So maybe
perhaps just like ghost and spectral stuff is in the air. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. But like this Dead of Night demon is hardly he's not flying.
People in the chat saying air, like spirits.
Wispy and spirits. Okay, yeah. So these are your ordinary cards coming in the air precon. All of them, I can tell you from personal experience looking at these in person, look excellent. And you can also probably tell that from the camera, although there's only so much you can capture. Colors get a little washed out, you know, we got some different settings, flesh tones, etc. Flesh tones, etc. Classic statement. Kite Archer. Now tell me, I think I need to get with Vincent Pompetti and get some stuff commissioned.
Some art.
Every time I see Vincent stuff, I freak out.
So you like this one?
I think this art is so good, in fact.
If you had to, why do you think it is? What appeals to you?
Because of the way it looks. It's iconic.
Is it the actual, like, it's just a single person's, like, moment? It's
iconic in that the subject is nicely relevant as compared to the background. It's epic in that you feel like this person has a story that has led them here that is, like, super engaging.
Is this, like, right before their big moment?
Yeah, it could be, right? And then you also have, it just feels like magical and fantastical in the way that the background is presented as not too defined, you know? Like it feels like it's something that I'm imagining in my head when I think about an epic archer rather than something that's captured like a photo that's more like discreet. I guess that's why I like it.
I was just curious if you had words, and you did.
I did. I always have words. They're never right, though. Gyre Hippogriffs. Or Gyre. Gire. Yeah,
I'm not a pronunciation expert.
Sling Pixies. This card. Come on. Skirmishers of Mew. Has a kind of a Mongolian vibe there. Horse Archery. Big innovation. Do you know that?
Horse archery?
Horse archers change the game.
I feel like archery changed the game. Horseback riding changed the game. The combination, revolutionary.
Unstoppable.
William asking, there's no official tournament stuff for this, correct? It's all just fun play. So there are always going to be people with games where you have 1 versus 1 and someone can win that are probably going to be doing tournaments. But from the publisher, from what we've heard from Eric, the intent is not a focus on organized play and tournaments and prizes and all that, as much as the focus is on enjoying the art and being at the table and having an experience that is thematic and flavorful above all else.
I'll soapbox on that for a second. Here's the intent. Make the best possible product you can, and then let people figure out how to have fun with it. It used to be simple, everybody. You remember those days? When Grandpa Wooly was a kid, and we made our own fun.
Just bought the packs and played the games.
And I walked 6 miles uphill to go to Sunoco, whatever, and buy my packs.
And then 6 miles back.
6 miles back, straight up. Straight up.
Both ways. Yeah, there was a flea market that had some packs. Remember that? The flea market in Chelsea?
Oh, yeah.
And then we were going to have packs at some point for different games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I just remember every time you go into town.
Yeah, you come back with a pack maybe.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Mom, do you have time to stop at Vintage Stock maybe? Or the store or whatever. And like even at Walmart, you're like, I wonder if they have any packs.
Sometimes you stop at even like Top Deck or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, Let's get some freaking packs.
Or Starbase. What was that?
Starbase 21?
There it is.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a number after it.
Yeah, Mom would like shuffle me by like the head shop section where they're like selling tobacco pipes. you know.
Yeah. Don't look, kids.
Headless Haunt. Again, weird air stuff.
Yeah, Jesse. Delivering.
Nimbus.
Someone was saying, by the way,
Jinn?
spirits are air,
Mm,
zombies and stuff are earth.
okay.
And skeletons.
Tracks. So like an Earth air deck could make an undead theme.
Yes.
Yes. Nightmare. Oof. Dude, check this out. And Air's also doing this void stuff, which is busted. At the end of your turn for that guy, each enemy minion here basically gets pushed to an adjacent location or void.
So you can snap them out of
And if you
existence.
push them into the void, they immediately go away, of course,
Yeah.
because the void
Because they're gone.
claims all. And finally, the Grandmaster Wizard there. Spellcaster, and when you play it for 6, you draw 3 spells, which is so good in this game. Card economy is everything.
How does a 0 strength work?
Well, he just doesn't hit for anything.
Oh, and if he gets hit, he's just gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, don't let it. I
I'm
mean,
too weird.
he's there to cast spells and draw cards.
He's there to draw 3 cards at the end of
He's
the
there
game.
to draw 3 cards
Yeah.
for 6, yes. And he's a body. He can block a hit that doesn't go to your spellcaster.
He is a body.
He's a body, man.
He's soon to be an undead body or a
He's
spirit.
a body.
He will become one with the Force. What's his ability?
What's the Avatar Bear do? Look up, next up, we got spells here.
Tap, player draw site, normal. Once on your turn, if you occupy an air site, you may fly a unit atop it to a nearby site. So if you're in an air site,
25.
you can take a unit at the same air site and fly it to a nearby site.
Any unit or allied only?
Any unit.
Cool. So you can just roll. Okay. It's air, everybody. All right, let's take a
It's
blink.
air.
I mean, this has got to be a classic air spell, right? An ally teleports to a location. It's nearby. Draw a card.
Yeah.
Anything that says draw a card, play it.
Print it.
Let's look at this, though. Look at what this does.
So lightning bolt is the normal lightning bolt. We have the alt art lightning bolt coming with our beta pre-order.
Beta pre-order, which is available right now until April 1st. It's going to end at the beginning of April 1st.
And what does lightning bolt do for reference?
Hold on, let me lay these out. Look at this.
Okay.
Isn't that gorgeous? And these are by different artists. Both of these are by Aussie, and then this one's by Alan.
Mm.
But look at this.
You wouldn't
dude.
know it.
Look at it.
Yeah. The vibrancy of the lightning is crazy.
It's so awesome.
What's lightning bolt do?
Deal 3 damage to a random unit at target location.
Mm.
Deal 2 damage to target unit nearby any number of times. You may spend 2 money to additionally target a new unit nearby the previous one. So you can keep spreading it by paying 2.
Oh, and just
Hit
keeps
something,
bouncing. It's like chain.
Pay 2, hit something else over.
lightning.
Pay 2, hit
Homogeneous.
something else. Yeah.
That's cool.
Or you can just hit the same thing, 2, 2, 2.
I'll tell you what. Random is not so random if there's only one unit there.
That's
Which is
correct.
very common.
Yeah, that's how that
So
goes.
it's really just pay 2, pop something for 3.
And this is an aura, which means you play it over 4 sites, basically, like at the crossroads, and then it deals 3 to everything forever,
What?
I think.
At the end of your turn, deal 3 damage to a random unit atop affected sites.
Mhm.
Then you may move Thunderstorm 1 step.
Mhm.
After it deals damage 3 times, dispel it.
Mhm.
So that's a 4 for 9 damage card.
Mhm. That's random.
I'll show you random.
Waypoint portal. Gorgeous art.
Yeah, I
Incredible
love that
effect.
card.
Choose 2 different sites. This turn you can move between them. Come on.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Devil's Egg and the Doomsday Device as
Yeah,
your
of course
relics.
you do.
Of course you do. Apparently there's a Devil's Egg deck that got to like the finals of the
Some league.
sorcery tournament.
Mm.
Yeah. A winning agenda, Jesse was saying. Jesse's taking this way too seriously.
How many? Yeah, I mean, he's so far ahead of the
Jesse,
curve.
what are you doing, man?
It's
You're
a
taking it
league.
way too seriously.
So one could have 2 devil's eggs in their deck?
One could have 2 Devil's Eggs. Yeah. It's like 4th of July or Independence Day for those of you outside of the country.
Dysphoria about the thunderstorm saying it moves.
It moves. That's
Does
right.
move.
Thunderstorm moves. It moves usually north and east.
In my experience in Oklahoma,
That's right. They
it's
sweep
very
right
accurate.
through, right through. And then we've got our ordinary lands. So we've got our towers. This is the air basic
So Gothic Tower, Lone Tower, Tower.
dark tower. All different,
Oh, really?
but normal enough, like different art.
Oh, I thought you meant different abilities.
No.
Like, that's different.
No. If it's the only Gothic tower you control, you gain 1. If it's the only lone tower, you gain 1. If it's the only dark tower, you gain 1. Got to keep that ramp under control a little bit. Then we've got the Mountain Pass. Absolutely busted. Minions can't enter this site on the ground if there's already a minion atop this.
Oh, one at a time.
Yeah, it's Mountain Pass.
Unless you're flying.
Look at Updraft Ridge. This art, Zach.
What's Updraft?
Airborne minions atop Updraft Ridge have movement +1. So you put an airborne thing, you can shoot at an additional space.
I guess what I really should have said is it smells like Updraft.
It does smell like
What's Updraft?
You made yourself the punchline of the joke, in fact.
Dang it. Oh, man.
Updraft Ridge, nothing much.
It reminds me of Michael Scott when he's trying to get someone with the updog joke. And he's just like, can't get it. And finally someone says, what's up, dog? And then like he messes it up even once they do it. Yeah. Dude, the Cloud City, get out of here.
Cloud City Observatory.
Get out of here.
Observatory is great. Look at the next 3 spells when it comes into play. Put them in any order. Opt 3, basically. Gorgeous. Gorgeous stuff. So there's the Air Precon. It does come in, of course, the Precon box.
Like it do.
This Precon box is alpha. It comes from the Kickstarter. There may well be other Precon boxes available, beta, revised, or who knows. And it also comes with some tiny little minion tokens.
If this is a sign
status tokens,
how they're going to do precons of any given precon set, this is some of the best precons I've ever seen.
And if you're James White at Flesh and Blood, hey, look at this. A way to start playing the game that's easy and effective and gives a good impression. You can have that one for free. Thanks for watching, everybody. Alrighty.
Got him.
Let's play the game, man.
Okay.
You ready?
What avatar are you going to play? Are we doing straight up precons?
I don't think I'm doing water.
Good.
I want to step outside of my...
Comfort zone. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
How far, though?
Fire. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to touch fire.
I think I want to play Earth.
Well, I gotta play water if you're playing Earth, because I mean, air's fine, but like Earth versus air is a little... I'll play water. I'll play water.
Oh, I'm going to step right out of my comfort zone into my home.
I'll just play a little water.
So it's just precon v precon.
Precon v precon. Let's sleeve them up too, because like, come on, it's disgusting. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, Van. I'm gonna see if we can get 60 cards in the box. We know we can get the precons in the box, no problem. So I'll bet we can get 60.
But can we get 60?
That would be a bit sad if we could get like 52.
Tell you what I need.
Okay. Straight up precons. Now, a lot of you out there probably, are going to just get the precons and that's it. And have them on your shelf. Like, if this box here, your box is nice. No, I'll give you that. If this is what's on your board game shelf, right here, just this, right here, and then you're like, every once in a while, you pull it off the shelf and you're like, play some Sorcery. That's a totally reasonable way to do this thing. But I know what's going to happen. You're going to think you're going to do that, and then you're going to buy a booster box, and then you're going to be like, well, I'll play a little, and then, you know, there you go.
One thing leads to another, and suddenly you have a play set. At least in my life.
I'll be using my classic copper matte dragon shields. Although I wish they were not matte.
My white katana sleeves for my locations and my black katana sleeves for my spellbook. That way you can tell what's in my hand, like you're supposed to be able to.
Yeah, I'll use the black ones for the landscapes. All right, let's leave them up. I love these. I love these metal tones. And copper and blue is like a really nice pairing, you know?
Metal Tones. Is that the name of your band?
Yeah, Metal Tones. Stephen Woolley and his The Metal Tones.
And his The Metal Tones. Would have gotten away with it.
Goes out to my friend Joey Hambrick. If you're watching,
if it wasn't
it's a miracle.
Meddling tones.
Hope you're doing well.
What's a miracle?
Something that is outside the bounds of the laws of physics as we understand them.
Metal Tones?
No, miracles.
What about that situation was a miracle?
Nothing. I don't know. You just asked what a miracle was.
You said Joey something.
Oh, it would be a miracle if he was watching. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
That would technically.
That's what I missed.
Not
I didn't know what the
qualify.
miracle
It would
was.
not qualify as a miracle. It would just be very unlikely.
I don't know. It would be somewhat of a miracle. Like if Serena was watching right now.
I mean, that's reasonable. Maybe she's at home like, oh, I miss my husband. I want to see what he looks like again.
Yeah, she could do that.
Not my
It would be
choice,
surprising.
How you doing, Serena?
I'll wait for her to answer.
Text me if you're watching.
That'd be so funny. If she texted me right now, I'd be on the ground. She just watches every day.
She's been watching from the beginning.
Yeah.
From the start.
I was trying to explain to her the Riz just is joke the other day. And she was like...
I love where she's going with this.
Very sweetly, she said, and genuinely, is this one of those things you just have to be there for? Oh, man. I thought that was very funny.
Oh, yeah, that's how do you say things without saying them, right?
Yeah. Man. I was like, I guess so.
Devastation.
Yeah. Here we are.
You just had to be there.
Yeah.
I'm putting my sights in night blue. That'd be good for an air deck also.
Alright, so the ability on my Avatar of Earth is I have +1 power for each nearby Earth site.
Wow. On the avatar itself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. Nearby is 360?
Adjacent is
Cardinal?
Cardinal, nearby is 360.
Okay.
But they have to be Earth sites, you know? So I need to get to plan some locations.
Yeah, which is not something you normally do with fire. You just literally sit back, draw cards, and shoot fireballs.
I play locations, just not as many as you.
Yeah, I like to keep playing them, but it's not a good strategy, really.
Well, it's because you were playing that one thing that played it every... Like, you could play and move.
Yeah, that Pathfinder. It's true. Okay, so let's do the first test. How many cards are in a precon?
Well, according to this box, 36 public cards, 16 Atlas cards, and 1 Avatar.
36 plus 16
So
is
52.
52.
Yeah.
Plus an avatar?
Yep.
53.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a deck of playing cards and 1 Joker.
All right, 53. Let's do, I'll just pull some air cards. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Sleeve them. Let's see if they fit.
This for you, Sam. I was hoping to see Air versus the Earth, but I guess Steven winning for once is okay.
Oh, I don't actually win at Sorcery. I'm kind of over that as an idea.
Dude, that Sandstorm the last time we played is one of my favorite card moments in a long time.
Darude fan?
Just the Sandstorm was so effectual.
It always is. There's always those crazy effects that get me. All right, let's see if we can get it in there.
How would you like to be... Every time you want to do anything, you have to randomly roll. You have to roll and hope that you know, roll what you want. And then the time that I rolled what I needed to roll. Remember that?
I do remember that, Zach. Thank you.
I was like, statistically speaking, I've got a 40% chance, which means I'm 100% going to hit it.
I can fit 60 cards in here.
Was it comfortable?
It wasn't terribly comfortable. It's packed in there like
it's like the middle seat of an American Airlines flight.
It's like a Vienna sausage container.
Not first
here.
class, you know?
Yeah.
We're in the back.
Yeah, we'll look at it together.
Yeah, that's pushing the limits, the bounds. Now, what you could do is have a box of your deck and a box of your locations. If you really, because they separate.
I mean, you can get 60. This is 60.
J.K. Line says the winning is the experience we had along the way.
And it does close. I wasn't lying. Or was I?
The Buena says I've made it 37 years not being terribly comfortable.
All right, I was in my sleeve there. So it's kind of honestly it's hard to close at 60. But there you go. But you can.
You see these mushrooms growing out of this Avatar of Earth?
I think I would probably put 60 cards in here sleeved for the ease. What?
Did you see the mushrooms?
Yeah, I did see the mushrooms.
It's kind of creepy and cool. Have you been watching
Mushrooms?
Nope.
.com?
Last of Us? Probably not.
No.
I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's highly reviewed. Kind of intense, but there are mushrooms involved.
Psychedelic?
Nope. Just creepier. It's like the end of the world apocalypse zombie thing, except for it's a fungal thing that's happening instead of like a virus.
I don't like fungal zombies.
Yeah, the premise, as far-fetched as it is as the temperature of Earth heats up, I think it's fungal. The fungal things that There's one that can get inside of a bug and eat out its insides,
Okay.
but like doesn't want to actually kill it because it's the host.
Right. Classic virus. Yeah.
But as the temperature of Earth gets hotter, it historically has not been evolved to the point where it can survive in human body temperatures, so it hasn't been an issue for us. But as the Earth gets hotter, it evolves, and then suddenly it can actually infect human bodies.
All right.
And that's the first 2 minutes of the show.
And do you watch this to feel better about things, or just to feel at all, or what's the value proposition here?
So
Do I feel worse about humans after I watch it?
It's a story about the human determination and human spirit to survive in spite of devastatingly difficult circumstances and occurrences in your life, and specifically the main character, who is Pedro Pascal, also known as the Mandalorian or Oberyn Martell. Someone left a comment that says Zach doesn't watch TV; he watches Pedro Pascal, which is very funny. He makes choices to keep fighting and be a good person, even though he's had some really horrible things happen to him. And that can either be very sad to you or make you feel very grateful and
that it ain't happened yet.
Believe in the human spirit, you know?
Yeah.
So
how much are you willing to endure to continue living?
That's a great question. There's definitely moments where I'm watching a show or a movie or something. I'm like, I don't know. At some point, I think you just check out.
You think you just hit the escape button?
Yeah. But everyone's got a different limit.
I mean, I had that conversation with Shannon. It troubled her.
How much you wouldn't endure?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, where it was like, well, she was like talking about planting. That she wants to have the garden. You know, she's a bit of a prepper, honestly. But it was like, just in case the whole food system shuts down, and then everything, and then like World War III, and then suddenly we don't have electricity, and then we can't feed ourselves, and we're out here basically. We've got to try to eat dirt for as long as we can, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't have a strong need to continue into oblivion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I felt like there was no hope of an actual better future,
yeah.
And even then, though, realistically, I just know that if that situation occurred, I would not last very long.
Nature would take care of it for you.
Yeah, man. I'm not an idiot. I'm not built for that. I'm watching these post-apocalyptic shows. Like, yeah, I'd be one of the many people that just die very quickly, and that's okay.
The first wave, the first week.
That is okay. Can't plant nothing. Can't harvest nothing.
Can't plant nothing.
Don't want to kill nothing. I don't know.
I think you'd be surprised what you'd do. I think I would be too.
Yeah, I
mean, we say it now, but it might actually be once we get there. It's like, oh well, actually, it's very important to me.
I mean, starvation is a thing that is very motivational, probably.
Yeah, so you've heard. Huh?
Yeah, I've never, fortunately, had to really experience it. Outside of like, it took us an hour longer to get somewhere than we expected, so now I'm a little hungry.
Yeah, I heard they're burning proteins, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, so
good to know.
We can talk about it, but I just know that actually practically one thing I think about a lot is the fact that I wear contacts and I have glasses, but anytime there's a show like this and it's like, what happens if their glasses break?
Yeah, terrifying.
They're done. Yeah. So I just don't expect my life expected to be very long unless I very quickly find a commune of people who, for some reason, I have skills that they need in that moment. I haven't figured those out yet.
Oh, yes, coming in. We want your skills.
Do you need someone who's good with spreadsheets?
Yes.
Now that computers aren't working? Anyways, Loose Leaf Tea saying value proposition 2. So someone was saying, Wade, honestly, so far the zombies aren't really even a feature of the show. It's almost incorrect to call it a zombie show. Because it's like a circumstance of the world, but it's not even... There are moments, but it's not all the time zombie.
Okay.
Nation.
Yeah. Right on.
And I kept hearing it was so good. And like,
yeah.
So we'll see. Speaking of so good, Mandalorian Season 3 is coming back. Or coming soon.
I'm not sure that's an appropriate segue.
And it was got Pedro Pascal in it.
Oh,
and the third season of Ted Lasso, which I may be more excited about.
Oh,
than anything else. I freaking love that show.
It's the Mandalorian of soccer.
Of football?
Yeah, football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never finished. I got 2 episodes left, I think. I never finished it.
Of the second season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel better about life after watching that show every
it's
time.
great.
It doesn't even matter. Plot doesn't matter. I mean, the plot does-ish matter, but really, I'm just there to feel better about life. Yeah.
Feel better. Let's get out our tiny rulebook, man. Let's take a look. Okay, everybody. Let's play some Sorcery TCG. We got these alpha precons, and this is our first time we played a bunch of Sorcery through its development phases and through the various stages of rules being rewritten, revisions happening throughout the Kickstarter. This is, as far as we know, the finished product for the precons, and we get to actually play it according to the revised rules and also the revised card text. So we're gonna take a look, and we're gonna have a great time. Let's see what our little book says here. Now, it's notable that it has a QR code that will go to the relevant page of the Sorcery website, so that can be updated
Can you show
throughout
it to me
time.
real quick? I just want to see what we got right now. Man, QR code technology made it.
It got better, didn't it? We just had to have cameras in our pockets.
Hey, I didn't know this.
What's it say?
Well, it's the how to play test in parentheses.
Okay. So these are this is a page that isn't real yet.
Rules document, play files, tabletop simulator, Discord. But then look at these lovely lads.
Oh my gosh!
I wasn't expecting that.
That's probably not. That might be that's a pretty good video, actually. The Fab one is not good. It's like us basically like.
This is like introducing Sorcery. Like
Yeah.
we did the introducing series,
Mhm.
so I think that was a little more intentional.
That's cool. Well, thanks,
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We could put this here too, maybe.
So hold
or
on.
instead.
Let me see. View rules document. I'm going to a drive. There's my Face ID. Don't steal it. That's how that works, right?
Is this okay?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to distract you. I was just curious what the link went to. Oh, look. But it's different, I think.
Well, it's good if they're doing like Skytear, where they can always keep that document updated if they need to, and then you can always go to it, regardless of when you get the precon. If things have changed, you get the full rules here.
Yeah. Dude, this looks really nice.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they've
go
done a
ahead,
great
go
job, and I know a lot of the community and a lot of people have been involved in helping make this happen.
Mm.
So it's great to see. Okay, setting up your game, Zach. Let's see what they tell us. 5x4 grid of squares.
You want these?
Yeah, or we can kind of figure it out as we go if you'd rather.
I'm happy to figure it. We always back way out. Like, this is how much space we actually need.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 wide, right? So, like...
Yeah, let's do that. And then basically we got 2 spaces to the... What we'll do here, let's do it like this. I'm going to put my health... This is one of those fake D20s. Do you remember this? It doesn't have actually... It's like 1 through 10.
Oh, yeah, you'll get totally bojangled.
I'm going to have my health here and a spin down. Do you want to spin down?
Yeah.
Or do you want to use the board?
I will use the spin down.
We do actually have a mat, Brent, but it's so big that it doesn't really fit on the stream very well on the camera.
I think we can figure this out.
All right. And I kind of like the idea of like doing it old fashioned where you're just like playing on the lunch table,
The lunch table with this nice white mat.
Place your avatar in the center square of the row closest to you. We did it. Your opponent will do the same. We did it. Take all of your sight cards and shuffle them face down to form your Atlas deck. Okay. Here's all my sight cards. Shuffling them face down.
No cheatsies. Drac asking how we're liking Sorcery so far. Well, now's a good time to be tuning in, my friend. I adore this game, if I'm being strictly honest. From the art, even on the back of the pre-con box, it's like trying to capture the old school TCG feel. Someone earlier said very well, it was well stated. It feels like it captured the essence of a 90s card game, but also looks beautiful and plays simply.
It's brought up to speed without losing its soul.
Yeah,
So
really impressive.
Okay, Atlas. Done. I'm going to put it over off to the side where you can't see it. Then we're going to shuffle our spells. Create a spell book. Shuffle it all. Put it down. And then we'll have a cemetery. And technically they want you to set it up like, this is my spell book, this is my discard pile, this is my Atlas. So like you create these 3 piles right here.
to the side?
Yeah, over to the side.
Well, here's the clever happening. If you want, you can put them like this, or I can put them over here, and these are the rows.
Oh, that is clever.
Like just for a visual.
Or if you put your deck in the
representation.
middle, then we know where the... Oh, wait.
No, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
the middle.
Okay.
Our die and our avatar currently.
Hey.
And we know they're going to be sized there, but if you put
That's
your
a great idea.
things, yeah, then we can kind of see where the rows should be. As we lay
Van
it
said,
out.
how much of the art do you think is adult themed? There's nothing I've seen so far that struck me as like, oh, that's adult themed. Like, it is, like, adult themed. I haven't seen things in this game that strike me as, oh, no, that's adult themed. Like, I wouldn't want anybody to see that who's, like, 15, you know, like that kind of a thing.
I do think there are some, like Van asking, and
It's
basically
tasteful.
nudity, gore, etc. So one that sticks out to me, it wouldn't be over the line necessarily for me. Depends on how young you're talking about showing someone this, but like Pudge Butcher
Mm-hmm.
is like pretty grotesque.
It's a little gross.
And I haven't really deeply looked. If you go to Curiosa.io, they have a database of all the cards, and you can kind of get a feel for what the percentage is. But I haven't found anything I mean, I wouldn't necessarily play with a 10-year-old, but at the same time, I wouldn't be super scared for them to accidentally stumble into a box of sorcery cards or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all like tastefully done stuff. It's like, you know, because it's kind of a fine art situation. Darius starting hand, 3 from each deck. 3 spells.
Jared saying the card that got him the most is Vile Imp, apparently. It's a Frazetta piece of art, so that might be a good place to
that
look.
makes sense, actually.
All right, so 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Random select a player to take the first turn and use the back page of the sheet to walk through your first few turns.
Even Steven.
Yeah.
It's even.
All right, I'll go first. How to win, of course, we're trying to defeat our opponent's avatar. It's 20 health per person. Once you get down to 0, you enter what's called Death's Door, which means the last gasp of damage.
You can't die that
after
turn.
that. Yeah. I love this. Check this out. Okay, we have the golden rule, which everybody has, the key concepts here. If the text of a card contradicts the rule book, the card text takes precedent, obviously. But then we have a silver rule. Some text is intentionally colloquial or necessarily compact. Use common sense and be cool.
Really?
It says that.
Hold on. I have to read this for myself. This.
We're getting older, man.
Print it on the box, my friends. Print it on the box. I cannot believe they put that in here. That's amazing. I love it. This is why I adore this game.
Be cool, man.
There's this old Star Wars miniatures game that I acquired for potential streaming purposes when we were doing deep dives into throwbacks. And the way that rulebook reads is that the entire rulebook is like that.
Yeah.
It's like line of sight. It's like, well, use
whatever.
logic, and then like if you figure it out with the person you're playing against. It's like that would not fly today, but yet here we are.
Here we are, dude.
Here we are. I rest my case, sir.
Here we are. Everything's got summoning sickness. Okay, I'm gonna read you some basic stuff. So move, tap a unit to move it to a location within its range of motion. Typically, that's gonna be 1. Now, intercepting movement is relevant. When one of your units attempts to pass through a location that's occupied by an opponent's untapped unit, that unit may tap to prematurely stop and force you to attack them.
Really? That's
Yeah.
new.
So if there's like 2 locations here and you're trying to go boom, boom,
Yeah.
but there's your unit here, you can actually tap to stop me
Attack of opportunity.
and make me attack.
Yeah.
You can tap a unit to order it to move if needed and attack a target within its range of motion. If the unit needs to move to do so, it may be intercepted as normal. Target can either be another unit or a site. If the attacking unit reaches its target, it will engage in combat. Then finally, defenders. One of your units attacks an enemy unit or site. Enemy untapped units at that location may tap to defend. Any untapped unit adjacent to the target unit or site may also tap to move and defend, if they're allowed to do so. Okay. If the unit is the target of the attacker, the defender may choose whether or not that unit will participate in its own defense. So if I tap to attack this thing, and you tap to bring something into block, this unit can optionally not participate in the combat, which is, of course, relevant. That's why you
The
would
thing
be
that you
blocking.
originally attacked?
Mm-hmm. If the target chooses to hang back, it is protected by the other defenders and takes no damage. After attackers and defenders are identified, all units strike each other simultaneously. When a unit strikes, it deals damage equal to its power. Now, this can be multiple things, can strike one thing, etc., etc. If more than one enemy unit defends against an attacker, the attacking player chooses how the attacking damage is distributed among the defenders. Totally makes sense. So if I've got 6, I can distribute 3 and 3, or 2, 2, 2, or however many defenders you bring in. And then damage dealt and stuff, etc. Damage to avatar persists. Undefended damage goes directly to the avatar if it's on a site. And we've got artifacts we can bring in when we need them. We've got a glossary here, and then we've got a turn sequence.
All right.
Let's sorcery, baby.
So you want to walk us through? Is there a mulligan here?
Probably, yeah. Do you want to take one?
I don't know.
I think you just send it all back. If you're not satisfied, you can place any number of your cards face down under their respective decks and redraw. So it's the baller mulligan. Mulligan. I like all of these cards.
Yep.
Shan.
And we're dancing.
I'll do one here.
I'll keep these cards.
And I'll do, oh, that's it. Okay. Cool. All right, my Avatar of Water, I can tap to play or draw a site. And then I can tap to flood a site adjacent to my body of water until you do so again. And then you may teleport there. So I can tap, flood something of yours, and move there. And it'll stay flooded until I do that ability again.
Okay.
So
I was going to say the flood doesn't persist.
Nope. It does not. And then we'll start the game. Now the first player's first turn, you do not draw a card.
Okay.
But typically you would. So untap everything. Everything generates mana. And then at the end of the start phase, draw a card from your spellbook or atlas. If you are the first player, skip it on your first turn of the game. So you don't get to draw. Then we do things. We can cast spells, activate abilities, use basic abilities, take these actions as many times as you have resources to do so in any order that you like. So to start, my avatar is here in the void. And because of that, my first thing, if I can play a land, I should.
Or you must.
Or I must. And so I'm going to tap to play a site. I'm going to play an Autumn River underneath my avatar here. And it says, Genesis, look at your next spell. You can put it on the bottom of your spell book. Oh, wow. I like that a lot. I like this very much. But, interesting. Huh. I wish I'd mulliganed differently now. Oh, I think I'm gonna need something else. Bummer. No, I'm gonna leave it.
What up, David?
Yeah, I'll throw it down.
Okay.
And then I'll pass it to you.
All right. Start my turn. I actually get to draw a card. So I'll draw from my spellbook, right? Or my spellbook. I'm going to tap my Avatar of Earth to play a Rustic Village. Now tell me this. Can I use the resource it generates to utilize this ability?
Let me tell you why you can't. Because on the rulebook it says step 1 of the start phase, all your sites generate mana.
So it's not generating
Happens
mana.
before you even draw, they generate.
That's really interesting. So
You wanna play a different land?
No. I think that's still what I want to do.
Yeah, right.
Then I will pass to you.
I think we're going to play better this time.
Yeah? Can you
Yeah.
feel it?
Start of the turn, draw a card.
We're about to learn a lot about old Steven. Is he coming straight? Is he going left? Is he going
I'm
right?
going left, man.
Uh-huh.
I'm going left.
Leave it to Steven.
I'll go right. Let's tap to play a Summer River.
So you currently only have 1 mana.
That's right. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
That is
It's actually, that's like way cleaner. This is what I need. I'm going to leave that there.
Leave it.
And then I've got 1 mana, so we're going to call it good.
All right.
Pass it over.
Start my turn. We'll untap. I will draw a site. I'm going to tap my Avatar.
Now what kind of a,
We're going to play Rustic Village. I do have a resource, so I'll pay 1. And we will summon a Foot Soldier.
Awesome.
And then I will pass it over to you.
Back to me. Untap, generate 2 mana. I'm
I'm afraid no ghost.
gonna draw a site.
The Bueno saying rules say they generate mana when they enter play.
No, where? Where? What rules? It says right here, start phase, right? Untap all your cards in the realm. All of your sites generate their mana. Is there another moment where it happens? Maybe. Oh, maybe it also generates when it comes into play. Okay, that's fair.
That's how we played the previous videos.
Mike's saying sites generate mana when one at the start of the turn, or when they come into play.
Okay.
So it's both.
So
You want to play something?
last turn when I played this,
Here,
do I
in
get
that,
the resource to play the soldier?
in that case, I'm playing these polar bears after I play this land.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't know if I like this rule anymore.
Yeah, you might change. You might change
wait,
your
I
mind.
don't
Yeah, you
know.
might change your mind.
It's fine. So I foot soldier the first turn. Play here. I will still summon the foot soldier, and then it's back over to you.
Okay. Now your avatar is technically 2 power, yeah? Yeah, 2 power right now.
Yeah. Well, 3 power, right?
Yeah, 3.
Powerful. Yeah. But I can't strike you back if I'm tapped, right?
That's right. You can block with your foot soldier.
Yeah, I totally
Obviously.
can. And then I can punch you with my avatar.
That's right. That's right.
Kadunk.
They're on Earth, like, in my gorilla here. Flood aside, it is your body of water. Okay. Teleport there. It just gets hot real quick, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay.
Hank saying Earth Avatar strong.
Let's go here. I'm gonna play up.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes into play, I'm gonna look at the top card that I've seen already and leave it there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make some decisions. I do a foot soldier and optionally 2 damage to your avatar. But I'm down a card. Well, that's a good question, Zach.
What up, Chris?
That's a good question. I think I am going to do it. So polar bears can move as if the top and bottom were connected.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move and attack your foot soldier here
When do you heal?
at the end of my turn. Rar.
You got him.
Yeah.
Nom nom nom. Okay.
And then I'll pass it over to you. Oh, right. I'm tapped. I'm not going to return fire.
You want to rethink your
Yeah,
life?
yeah. Let's not do that. Just leave it.
All right.
Just leave it.
Over to me.
Polar bears are going to stay play. Yeah. Horrible.
Got him.
Oh, they always strike back even if tapped.
Ooh.
Make sure that's true. Look at combat. Target attack, defenders, other enemy untapped units.
I love
for
that
many.
this is the game we started by you saying we're going to play better this time.
If the unit of the target, well, it's just like it's fun.
Yeah, this also changed.
if
Slash
the unit-
clarified.
I think so. If the unit of the attack is started, the defender may choose whether or not the unit will. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about needing to be untapped to counter. Well, that makes it really interesting. They always strike back. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's go the foot soldier.
Yeah.
You can poke the bears for 2 damage if you want. That's okay. Reasonable. You could defend with this foot soldier if you'd like.
That's okay.
No? Alright.
Why would I do that?
Say 1 foot soldier and then
Well, I'm still only at 1 foot soldier, right?
You would still only have one, but then you could. Yeah, there's not a real good reason to do that.
Besides the fact that I can.
But you could do it. Could do it. The Bears.
The Bears indeed. Let's start on my turn. Draw a card. I will draw here.
Running out of land, bruh.
Okay, cool. I will tap my avatar to play. That's a good question.
Don't forget summoning sickness even.
Yeah.
Ain't fire, is it? It isn't fire, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what to do.
Let's play a Quagmire. So nearby units are immobile. The next turn.
Okay.
Until my next turn. So your bears are stuck.
Okay.
Then I'm going to play a land surveyor. When I do, I can draw a site.
Ooh, I love that. Oh, I love that card. Ah!
I'm also going to play some wild boars. And then I'll pass to you.
That's good. Boars v. Bears. Pretty solid.
The battle of the bees. Bzzz.
Okay. We see how this one's going to go, don't we?
Hank's saying get the tokens.
Immobile, huh? Yeah. Do we have those little immobile guys? Or little immobiles over here?
Yeah.
It won't matter. I'm not moving. I'd like to move, so that was good. You did a good job there.
Yeah, you're trapped. See? I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
There isn't an immobile.
Start of the turn. Let's untap.
Meanwhile, my avatar only grows stronger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Either way, it's Boars v. Bears, isn't it?
That party's coming to town.
Let's draw a card.
I mean, hypothetically, I could smack you with my avatar.
He's
summon a
tapped.
spell. I'm saying if you wait.
Yeah. Summon a bear or boar. We're going to trade there, 2-2.
Yeah. Happy with that.
Yeah.
Get the bears out of my neighborhood.
Bears v. Boars, man. A
I
classic
had a bear
game.
problem, so I summoned the pigs.
I don't like this front you got.
So I could have blocked with the foot soldier and blocked with both to
Kill the
kill
bear?
your bear.
Honestly, I think I would have been happier with that.
Yeah.
Grand scheme of things.
So then you could have killed my soldiers both.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't like these little soldiers that can defend forever until the end of time. Well, the more land you play, the more vulnerable you are, you see.
Correctamundo.
And these foot soldiers, man. These foot soldiers. Oh, man.
Yeah, you play some land, I can just smack them. Especially if you play right here. But if you don't, I can play here. And now I'm trying
playing
to
there.
shut you out.
I'm playing there, okay?
You know what I mean?
All right, let's play a floodplain there. Once on your turn, I can flood an adjacent site. Let's just do that right now. It's not going to matter, but check this out. There's just a tiny card out. I'm going to flood that thing.
Do I drown?
No.
Just a water site?
Yeah, it's just a water sign. Actually, let's make sure that that's not true. I mean, it would be busted if I could just drown all your stuff. There's no way. It becomes a water site and increases your water so your water threshold goes up. It still provides other elemental affinity as well. Cool. It's flooded. And then I'll play... Well,
Let me just read something real quick.
yeah, just read it. take a read here.
This is such a nicer look.
It's better. I'll play the Coral Reef Kelpie submerged over here. Well, 3/3.
Submerged, you say?
That's it.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that one bit.
Just don't want you to attack my.
All right, over me.
Yeah.
Let's draw from here. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
And it's just this turn, so this is no longer flooded.
You're just having fun now.
So every turn I'll be able to flood in adjacent.
Yeah.
Which won't matter unless you play here.
Well, let's tap the old avatar. Play Advantage Hills. Range units have +1.
If you don't find any.
There. Well,
you can play one of those stupid bowmen.
Belmont
Cooper?
Longbowman.
Here comes Cooper.
Why not? Let's just play it while we can. Okay. Okay. Do I threaten?
You tell me, man.
I think I'm good.
You good?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well. Look what we have here. Huh. Really? Really? Well.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of cards over there, Wooly.
Draw sight. Haven't been playing a lot?
How many cards you got in your hand? What are we dealing with here? 3 regs in one location? Top decking. The locations.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing them.
You got that big Kraken, don't you?
No. I just like building a big body of
I
water.
also like that location that turns into the big creature. It's alright, I got Longbowman.
Cooper?
Indeed. What
Alright.
up, Daniel?
Let's tap the Avatar of Water, play a site.
Well, there it is.
Island Leviathan here. It's just an island.
Well, he's about to get big and scary.
I got 3 more to play there.
Yeah.
And then I'll pay 5 for Anui Undyne. So 5/5.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, submerge it.
So if I attack that location, you can pop out and smack me?
That's correct, yeah.
But you can't do it for friendlies?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I don't wanna surface. I suppose the question is, you know what? Yes, I'll risk it. I don't know what Earth can do, okay? And I'm in the process of learning. So I'm gonna unsubmerge. Here. If you're gonna try to do something crazy to kill this 3/3 with your with the thing that gives it +2 power or whatever, fine. You can do that. You can do that, Zach.
Hypothetically. If something's submerged, but then it gets burrowed, does anything happen to it?
I think it's just like submerged. You got Berry in your hand, don't you? Manilow.
No.
Burrowing and Submerge are identical abilities. Burrowing functions only on land sites. You might be can't even burrow in a water site.
But a card trumps it. The rules, right?
If it says kill it, yes. Units that can safely burrow or submerge below the surface may safely exist there. Yeah, I'm like, I could flood the village here, but it won't matter because I'm not going to do anything this turn. It just says you may flood an adjacent site this turn. So it'll go away at the end of the thing.
So I don't think I can burrow you on a water site, right?
I think that's right, yeah. Can't burrow on a water site. That's correct. That's what the chat says. Nothing to burrow into, just water. And that's called submerge, baby. Maybe water's really good against Earth. Or maybe you shouldn't have told me that, so I come and attack your land survey, and then you bury me in my money.
Perhaps I'm just tooling with you. Okay, my turn?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, how much health do you have left?
20. Shut up.
Oh, man. Shut up.
This guy.
Alright, let's draw from the old spell book. Okay. We gotta make it happen. You know? You feel that way? I feel that way.
Yeah, I feel that way. Well, no, I don't feel that way because I'm building up to something that's pretty awesome in my hand, so I'm just waiting.
I need to make stuff happen.
You might need to make stuff happen. I don't know. It might not be very good. Just drew it. Happened to be there. Any Guy Clark fans in the audience? Got all of his songs stuck in my head right now. Can you imagine I could just turn this into an 8 damage thing and just rock your site?
Yep, I can. That's what I'm preparing for. All right, let's move my avatar here.
Cloud Carpet, you can't target things that are bird or submerged unless you are given express permission, and area effects do not hit them unless they tell you they do. Like Crater Eyes.
We're going to play an Autumn Unicorn here.
Okay, now we're getting real. Understood.
We're going to move the Longbowman here.
Cooper?
And then over to you. I gotta get this beefy Earth avatar in the action.
You do, yeah. Okay, let's just take a look here at Smurf. Surface and subsurface.
Nice one says avatars have skills. And the Bueno says, I bet they don't know Excel though. It's good self-referential joke here.
Do you think you can move submerge from one location to another?
I thought you had to demerge to move.
I thought so too.
But
you know it's underwater. What doesn't make any sense?
I'm not a. I mean, is it a singular body of water, or is this like a bunch of Oklahoma lakes?
I mean, if you're underground, you could just burrow to the next site, right? Why you got to go up to go back down? You know, this doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it is much harder to burrow a mile than it is to walk a mile.
I'm not asking how hard it is. I'm just talking about tapping. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Mike says you can move while submerged.
Boom.
Don't like that.
That makes water so much better. I've been nerfing myself. I just gotta go answer the call over there.
It's all a giant ruse.
I'm gonna draw a site.
Gotta go answer the call. I don't know if you do, though. You ever thought about not?
I have. Huh. This is not the site I wanted, really, but it's here. Let's untap everything. That coral reef kelpie is about to go back to the party. Okay. Well, shall we, I guess? I mean, let's just take a look here. This is what kind of a player are you, you know?
About to find out.
I'm fixing to find out, yeah.
Fixing to learn today.
I don't like the Vantage Hills. I don't like that. Let's tap the Avatar of Water. Play another floodplain over here.
Yes. Oh, probably are all of them.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll move And we undine under here into the lake there. 6 power. You keeping track.
We should tap, I guess. It's kind of creepy.
It is creepy, isn't it? It's kind of nicely creepy, huh? I mean, so here's the other thing, man. I could optionally, like, I could attack here. You could block with a unicorn and die. Like, I could flood it. No, I couldn't flood it.
Don't you have to pop out to attack, though?
Yeah, it's
you're
under.
coming
That's
on
right.
land?
That's right. It was under. It was under. I got a mounted defense here, terrifying me. And then I'm leaving the Kelpie up, dude.
Kill.
I mean, you send the unicorn over. You got like a big. There's like a big.
Yeah. My Earth Avatar is a 4 strength right now.
All right, let's play Mother Nature here.
Ooh.
Start churning, and we'll see if you can do something about it.
We're going to have to deal with that.
You've got the longbowman, Cooper.
Oh my god. I had such a good play. Now I have to waste it.
Are you gonna kill this?
Yeah.
If you kill this, I'm upset.
I'm going to immediately kill it. Yeah, that's what that card requires. We said that in the unboxing.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna bury it?
I can't bury it on water.
Oh right. Everything's cool. Cool then. Everything's cool.
Okay, am I good?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Let's untap all this. Let's draw a site. Okay. Okay. I will tap my avatar.
Mm.
We're gonna play Vantage Hills.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool Earth stuff. You got your little archers and whatnot.
Okay, let me think about this.
Don't kill it. Have you thought about that? It's a unique spirit of divine fecundity.
I couldn't have said it better myself. All right. It could be so much worse. If you weren't water right now, you'd be getting dunked on. I want to play an earthquake.
Okay.
Rearrange sites within a 2x2 region, carrying along everything of normal size. Then burrow all minions and artifacts on those sites. This is my 2x2 region.
Okay. All these 4. I'll
So-
you can carry this stuff with
Well,
you.
we just do this. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll put them back how I want.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put this here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put this here,
Right.
and then we're gonna put this guy here.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We're gonna put this guy here.
Right on.
There's been an earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then my longbowmen are gonna shoot the Mother Nature
Got it.
for 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
We love it.
So my original intent was do this one more time,
One more
and then
time.
play another thing here, and then next round play the earthquake and put your avatar up here helpless, and then just pile onto your avatar.
Reasonable.
But here we are. So my Autumn Unicorn is going to move and attempt to attack here for 4.
You got it.
Okay.
Take 4.
And Foot Soldier will stay. Stay. And then I will pass it to you.
Let's draw. Classic card. Okay.
Another Discorder, Murek, just sent in the chat straight to the Discord channel saying, I don't even understand the word.
What's that?
Can you see it? How very...
Fecundity.
What's that mean?
I think it's like fertility of sorts.
Word of the day. Can without me looking, can you just show, without you looking, did you draw the top card?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it was?
No.
Do you want to show the stream what you would have got to play for free if it had been on the top of your deck?
Oh, it would have been real good.
I'm not looking at the card. Eyes closed. All right, we good.
You might see it here shortly.
You're getting close to the big scary thing.
Yeah, you know, you kind of want to build to it a little bit, you know, but...
Wow. He's truly terrifying.
He's just an 8/8.
I have no idea what I'm going to do about that.
Or just an 8, I guess, in this game.
Does he have summoning sickness when he exists?
Nah, he's not summoned. He's transformed. There's no transformation sickness.
I don't know, dude. You ever been transformed?
Never.
Nauseous.
No, never been there.
Hey, what do you think about this? I'm gonna go realign myself. Sorry about that earthquake.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
May she rest in peace.
I gotta kill these longbowmen. That's the only answer. Yeah, okay. So, flooded. Can I summon things on a flooded place? That would be sick if I can. Becomes a water site and increases your water affinity. Okay. If I flood a site, could I then summon to that site? That's a good question. I think I can. Or do I not control it even though it's... Well, it creates water threshold for me, so I bet I can. I'll bet I can. I mean, it would make sense, right? I flood a place and then suddenly water things can pop out of it. That makes some sense. That makes total sense. See, nice one saying no, I can't summon to it. Okay. Huh. That's a bit of a question mark. Okay. Okay. Can't move. That's good. But the longbowmen. They're so good. Okay, I need to open up a different front here, I think. Let's attack on a different axis. Or kill all the minions. That's also an idea. Okay. Kelpie needs to get up there. Surveyor, is that worth 3 damage? So New Hyundai needs to get in the fight here. Okay. This needs to go up. We'll freeze everything. And then we'll just start wrecking. basically. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I think we've got it. And I can also summon anywhere my avatar is. That's very relevant. Oh, that's actually just so good. Oof, oof. There's actually a lot of awesome plays that I have been missing. Oof. Okay.
Solve it.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
What it is
we're gonna move Undyne under here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got one more decision to make. We're gonna move the Kelpie up here.
Mm-hmm.
The front is opened. We're gonna tap to draw a site. Good. Good. Great. Then we're gonna play Frost Nova. Freeze nearby enemy minions. They can't move or disable until the next turn. So everything's kind of stuck here.
Can't move. Can they do anything?
I don't think they can do much of anything. Disabled. Cannot perform actions or reactions. Moving, intercepting, attacking, striking, defending, interacting with artifacts, casting spells, etc.
Only minions.
Units. No, minions, you're right. Huh, well that's an easy way to actually take out the they don't even counter. That's a strong spell.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh.
They don't counter.
They don't counter.
They don't counter.
They don't. The key being they don't counter. That's alright, we'll stick with it. And then I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, so they're ready, but they don't do anything.
That's
My
right.
avatar can do something. I will draw from the main deck. It is good. Oh, this guy's ready.
I moved Undyne that turn. Nice one.
Life for living, ain't it?
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, this guy's also disabled.
Yeah.
Just remember.
They just can't do anything. So I think I need to do that. Okay. Earth Avatar
Yes.
is going to move. What's his strength right now?
Strength is currently 6.
Am I dancing too much? Am I really ready for this?
You gotta ask. Man's gotta ask, you know.
And then
Be a shame if an 8 damage Leviathan suddenly was kind of around, you know.
well,
A couple turns out, but
ain't no stopping that train. Yeah, let's just go for it. I'm gonna move here and attack the location for 4.
Okay, so you move and attack for 4. I can surface and defend, or I can't because I'm tapped. That's right. All right, I'll take 4.
All right. I'm gonna put some Belmont Longbowmen here. They have
Classic.
2 range. Super rare.
That's right.
Then I will Put a land surveyor here.
Ah,
site.
good card.
Intriguing. Then I will pass to you. This falls off now?
Yeah. No longer disabled. Okay.
Now this is pod racing.
Undyne's about to
Undo me.
make an impression.
But when they attack, they're unsubmerged and unsubmergible again. Basically, like they're left out of the water.
Yeah.
There's that brief moment where I can do things.
All right, start of the turn. Let's track her. Yeah, it was only 3, right? Nearby Earth sites 1, 2, 3.
Well, no, it's base strength 1.
Oh, right.
So it's +1. So it's accurate.
4
They said,
total.
oh, never mind.
Oh, right. Okay. Zap's got it. Okay. Here's what we do. We move there. Then we move there. Then we move there. And then you don't want to move there. I mean, then it's just outrageous. Just outrageous at that point. You've got 1 card in hand. Sequencing is going to matter here. And then, I mean, so the unicorn's available in the grand scheme of things.
Yep.
We got to watch out for the foot soldier.
Yep.
Random block.
Body.
The old rando foot soldier block.
What up, Massive Vault? Welcome to the stream.
Foot soldier's great for that. It's a good block.
It's literally what he's built for.
Built for blocking. So you service the Undying, the foot soldier blocks it, soaks the damage. Then we move over there. So is there a way to get foot soldier out? Well, we could just churn through some land surveyors, basically. That's what it looks like.
Yes, sir.
We could also... Okay, so there's some other options there. That's interesting. You could roll there. You could not roll there. Okay, and you've got 1 in the pocket. Interesting. Huh. Okay, man, there's a million different options here. Goodness gracious. Okay, and at the end of the day, that foot soldier goes in. That's just got to happen. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, you gotta clear the foot soldier somehow.
There's no getting around that.
Isn't it funny how annoying he actually is?
Well, boy. That's why those polar bears had to get their job done there.
Yeah.
And then we roll there. Okay. And then you gotta make a choice. You got 1 card in here. It can't be that good, right? That card can't be that good.
What's the worst it can be?
Yeah. Okay. So we just run this through. You do that. Then we do that. Then we do this. And then that goes there. And you've got a unicorn. But what do you do with it? You can move over to a different part of the realm, ultimately. And your avatar can do the same. But then you're in a really confusing spot in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. But you got a card. You got to have 2 cards in your hand. You know, the potential is high. So I'm going to surface here and attempt to attack the unicorn.
What's your strength?
My strength is 6.
Hmm. I could kill the darn thing. Like hypothetically, I could block with the bowman and the unicorn, right?
Yeah, you could.
I don't know if that's right. I'll move in and block with the soldier.
All right, you got it.
I know I'm falling for your trap.
Soldier dead. All right, then... Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, got it. That needs to be better. Next up, we're going to flood. We could use the Avatar of Water and do it this way, or we could not. Or we could play here, which is not terrible either. That becomes flooded. And then I'm a bit exposed. It's not horrible. Okay. And then we got a surveyor, and then we've got other things to do. Maybe it's not the right time for this. Or maybe it's the perfect time. Get that. All right, let's flood. Let's use this ability. I'm going to flood and move here. Where the longbowmen are. It's going to be flooded.
Powerful. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Then we're going to play a bullfrog here. It's going to eat the archers on the Genesis effect there.
And you can play it there because it's
where my avatar is.
Got it.
I think that's right, if I remember the old rules. Right?
Not my bowman. The boy, no, I love how crazy the board looks, but it all makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like in my belly, though. It'll come back if he leaves the realm. So, like, I just swallow it.
Got it.
Yeah. But, like, the easiest thing is probably just remember. It's
How
in
about
his,
we do this?
it's in his frog stomach, yeah.
Put a little frag token there. Okay.
Okay, next up, for my next trick, we'll move the bullfrog here.
You wiling out, dude. It's all gonna make sense, isn't it? What are you doing?
You know, just kind of getting around. And we got the Undying here. And then we're gonna play. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 left. Yeah, I think that's right. Got to be a little bit careful. Then we will play Guile Sirens here, submerging. Start on my turn, force target near my minion to take a step toward Guile Sirens.
Start. Okay.
And then I'm going to submerge here.
I don't like it. You're doing something.
And then I'll pass.
What is in your hand?
Nothing.
Hank says summoning sickness.
Oh, I thought you could move, but you couldn't attack. Maybe you can't do any of it.
That's alright, I don't want to touch him.
Probably will. Toad loader, hilarious. Let me look up summoning sickness here.
The top loader. Hilarious. Put two cards in the same top loader, toad loader.
I just saw this. Where was this?
I really have no intent of touching them.
Yeah, you can put them
So
back there.
you put your avatar in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
With 0 protection.
That's right. You can have at it.
What's your shtick, Wooly?
Well, I'll take 5, 6, 7. These both would die. And then I basically own the board at that point. Is what I'm thinking, at least. It cannot tap during that same turn. Okay, so the bullfrog stays up.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll draw from my normal deck.
Right on. It's a tarp.
So if I get my longbowman back, do they have summoning sickness?
I don't think so.
I mean, if I was just in the belly of a frog, I would be sick.
You could disable in his belly until he leaves the realm. I don't think so. What does summoning sickness say? When a unit comes under your control, it cannot tap during that same turn. When a unit comes under your control, so it would have summoning sickness. Because it's coming under your control.
This thing is bad on Earth.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It would have what? Summoning sickness?
It would, yeah. Anytime something comes under your control.
Yeah. Interesting.
Tapping to submerge is tough.
You have to tap to submerge? Yeah, it's like a big expense.
It's really like I'm playing with it. I'm wiling out just to see what it's like, and it's like
it's a lot.
Pretty good.
All right, I will attempt to attack your bullfrog with my unicorn.
Yeah, you got it. I don't think there's anything I can do about it, is there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm in the land of oblivious at this point. So then these guys come back, but they got something sickness. Okay. And then I will move my avatar and attack your avatar. And it's got 5 nearby sites. So 6 damage.
Let me make sure. It's got 5. Oh, it's nearby? I thought it was adjacent. Ooh, that's not good. What?
Yeah, that's why it's...
And I can't move. Oh, I couldn't anyway. So how much am I getting? 6?
6.
Take it.
Yeah, so when I moved here, I got +3 because of these 3. Jeez. I like the things that are particularly good on or near their things. Like you coming out of the water not being good as a whatever this thing is. Makes a lot of sense.
100%.
Here at 6. I will play Cave Trolls here. And now I've got to think about my deal line.
Under here.
I like having these chump blockers. I will hang out.
Okay.
Pass it over to you.
Alright. Let's stand on up. Stand on up.
Bueno. Avatar of Earth is the battle mage we have at home.
Let's draw. Okay. Got it. All right. At the start of my turn, I can force target nearby enemy minion, which there are none currently. So those words matter.
That's pretty brutal, though.
Yeah, it can be.
Like if you're here, you could suck these units in.
Can be quite good.
Shanday, first random board game stream I click on happens to be fellow Okies. Well, hey, welcome to the stream.
What's up?
What in the world? How'd you randomly clicking on this stream? I'm curious.
Okay, so that rolls. That rolls. Okay.
Move out saying the unicorn poked a hole in the bullfrog and out jumped a bowman.
Okay, this all makes some sense.
This might be helpful or hurtful to you. I don't know. But E. Kimmel saying the wave lady shouldn't be submerged. She surfaced to attack.
Wave lady?
I think this thing.
Is she not?
Didn't you come out and punch?
I think I did. That is good for me.
Yeah, I thought that might be better than being underground.
That is good. It was like that. I just assumed that I had screwed it up.
Yeah. I think you popped out to punch me and then I ran. Bravely ran away, away. I need to watch that movie again. The Knights Who Say Meh.
Okay, so we can swing in there. You've got a million blockers there.
Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready for the story. Shane Day says, I just searched Twitch for board games, and I have no idea what Sorcery is, so I was curious. Daniel Crowley saying, welcome, can't recommend these guys highly enough, put me on so many great games throughout the pandemic.
Awesome.
Shane Day, if you have any questions, please let us know. We also have, the Daniel comment came from YouTube, but you're on Twitch, so we're streaming both places at the same time. Happy you're here.
Okay, let's move the Guile Sirens here.
Yeah, it's going to eventually be a problem.
We know that's what they're for.
You're also uncomfortably close to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to burrow all my own minions.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had Earthquaked and like flopped 2 Earth with 2 Water, it would have disrupted your... Like if I flipped you spaces, your whole body of water would be disconnected.
Yeah, I think that's the goal. Ultimately, you got to disrupt the body.
Yeah, and then I'd have Earth locations sprinkled around for my avatar.
Disrupt the
That's
body.
pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
You're probably supposed to quake it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think there's only one in the deck, so...
Okay. Boy, this is a question.
Also, Shanday, if you are curious about this game, I don't even know where to point you at this point. I was going to say, we did a series called Introducing Sorcery, but that was with early print version of the game before now. These are the actual pre-con decks that are shipping soon to Kickstarter backers. Beta's coming out soon. You just check it out, Sorcery TCG. Shanday asking, you guys have a local store? I'm a few hours away in Shawnee, but I try to hit up shops in T-Town when I'm there. We did have a local store till the pandemic. We currently have an empty piece of land that we're planning to build a new store on. And I actually have a really good friend in Shawnee who he and a couple of his friends are working to open a store there called, I think it's the Gilded Greyland or something along those lines. But at some point we will have a store open.
Okay, let's do it like this. Let's go. I'm gonna play a Riptide. I've got 4 mana left. I'm gonna pull in a Bowground unit adjacent towards the target water type. Pulls a unit it's adjacent to draw a card. Then we're gonna attack it with Anduin. But I'll draw first, I guess, before.
Thanks for playing.
In case that matters. Got 4 left. Love it. Okay. And then we're gonna go. Okay, that'll go there. I gotta get out of the kitchen here. I'm just gonna move here.
Out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Then I'll play a sea serpent here. And is that all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
I'll pass.
Over to yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's.
Oh wait. Yeah. There's nothing to be done there.
Draw from the standard deck. I'm gonna have to look up a couple of keywords real quick.
Okay. It's never good.
What do you think "at rest" means?
At rest? Like something goes to sleep? If it's at rest, it'll stay at rest until something attacks it or messes with it.
What? Hold on. Oh boy. Also, I love this. Disabled units can't attack or can't do things themselves. They can still be passively or externally moved by things like telekinesis.
Yeah.
What's
You got it.
telekinesis?
You gotta love it. It's moving things around with your mind. The telekinetics.
Chris asking if there's a limit to how many minions you can have on each site, and there's not. So I have a card that is fascinating to look at, honestly. I'm just going to show it to you because I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
It's the Stone Gaze Gorgons.
Mm-hmm.
And it says other minions at rest at adjacent locations are disabled.
Other minions at rest. Does that mean tapped?
That's what I would think.
At adjacent locations are disabled.
But then disabled says...
I know, yeah, what disabled does make sense. Other minions at rest is probably tapped.
But if it's tapped, they can't do this stuff anyway, right? Moving, intercepting, attacking, striking, defending. So it's just tap things are blank. Maybe?
Occupying? Mike got it, apparently. All right, hold on. A rest unit is at rest when it is not in the process of resolving an action. So if it's not trying to do something, it's disabled. So that means that it can't try to do something. Basically, it's like a stone gaze kind of thing.
How does that work?
You just can't tap to do anything.
If it's your turn, you're activating. You can't use it.
No, it's like you're cased in stone. It's a Gorgon. So like as long as it's looking at you, you can't move or attack or do anything like that. But if you move into it, it doesn't immediately take effect. Basically.
They're crazy.
They're good. Bueno saying it says that so stuff can move through the site or move in and attack without getting stuck. So for instance, if this sea serpent went into block, it would not blank itself. It would still be able to finish that resolution.
Yeah.
That's my reading of it, at least.
Okay. I think I know what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. It seems quite powerful.
It's very strong.
So, like, if I played it here, hypothetically, this thing would be frozen.
That's right.
Okay. If I played it here, this thing would be frozen.
Correct.
Other minions, including my own.
Mm-hmm. The stone gaze knows no friend.
So, this was here. This is also frozen.
Is it adjacent?
Yeah.
Yep.
So these two locations. Okay, interesting. Acts like you don't know I have that.
Looking at everything. Everything is seen.
And you're gonna pull my minions in.
I got a siren down there.
Yeah, I need to knock your avatar out right now.
Well, you put it on death's door at least.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I need to get you on game point immediately. This thing is still just terrifying to me. And when I play an aura, do I have to be there to play it?
I think it has to have one of your locations in its aura of the 4. Pretty certain.
Oh, we'll go with that. Just asking for a friend. Because what I want is that sea serpent not to get in here.
Well, yeah, that would be ideal.
Can your...
You can play auras anywhere. It says me mugging games.
No.
That's crazy.
No.
Come on, guys.
Oh, man.
Goodness
I cast a
gracious.
magic aura over there in the corner. And this thing out of here is tapped, though.
Yeah.
If it wasn't tapped, could it pop up to block?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just trying to understand here. So... And now this one over here, it can pop up to block here, but it can't pop up to block here.
That's right.
There is a cost to being submerged.
A big one.
But you're also avoiding my arrows, so...
Yeah.
Little this, little that.
I need to submerge the last, I think.
That's pretty clever, though. Ultimately. The Gorgons are nuts.
Gorgons are good.
I don't
Quite good.
comprehend, honestly, a little bit. Like, I know that there's a good way to do it, and I'm probably not going to be doing that.
Is the site adjacent to itself?
I don't think so. I think adjacent is just... They show it, right, in the little chart?
Yeah, it makes sense. That it wouldn't be.
They don't show it. Alright.
I want land surveyors. I'm going to have to splash Earth just to get land surveyors.
Shan, the friend that we have, his name's Philip.
Ooh, Will says site is adjacent to itself.
Ooh, what is that relevant for? I'm asking.
This means where you play it would also paralyze everything on that site.
Yeah. Wow. Or where it moves to. That's what I was thinking. Is like, oh my god, this is like a moving bomb. How do you even deal with it? You have to be able to fly into it, or move multiple or multi-range.
Well, so like if
anything at an adjacent site is frozen. So like you'd have to be able to attack from corner to corner, or move twice, or range.
Or
like spell from it's like there's only very specific things you can do in response to it.
Or just ignore it. But it's like it's weird because also hitting your stuff, and freezing it too. So like,
but it gets to punch, right?
Yeah.
The Gorgon. So
but
it's like,
yeah, that's interesting. But if this thing moves into counter, then it would take damage.
Yeah.
So if it tries to attack in,
but it's like if it was here and then I like move it here without attacking, just moving it. Now everything here is frozen.
Yes.
And then it can start punching whatever's here until you deal with it.
Yeah.
Like one round at a time. But...
Or like Guile Sirens being buried, it can come up and defend.
Cool.
There's some interesting answers.
So cool. Okay. So there's good answers and bad answers.
Shande is literally on a conversation with him on Messenger right now, apparently. Philip.
Nice.
That's cool. Philip built our early website.
Okay. I think I know what I have to do. I just... Okay. I'm going to play Entangle Terrain. Minions occupying affected sites lose airborne and are mobile. This lasts 3 turns.
Okay.
I'm going to put this here.
Ran on.
And immobile, I assume. I guess I should really check the wording on that. I'm gonna guess it means they can't move.
They can't move. I think that's fair.
It's just.
I think that's reasonable. Reasonable to assume.
So then we will autumn unicorn into your avatar.
You got it. I'll take it.
All right. And then we will avatar of Earth into your avatar.
You got it. We'll go on Death's Door.
Now, if I avatar into your avatar, you counter for 1, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I may have hit you earlier and not. I think I should take 1 more.
Okay.
I think I did the same thing earlier. I'm just not used to them auto countering.
Yeah.
Then I will pass,
Okay.
I suppose.
Cannot move. I wonder if unsubmerging is moving.
Nate knows. I love how vibrant the board gets. Yeah, the color patterns are the colors, and then it's just so good. Someone earlier said I love how messy the board gets too, but I know exactly what's going on. It is really, it's hard to explain
weird
how that happens when you're in the game. Like if I just walked into a table and saw this, I'd be like,
I gotta play it.
well, yes, but like I would have no idea what's going on, right?
Yeah. It says is moving between the surface and subsurface locations of a site counts as a single step for units traveling between them. So I would think if you can't move, you can't surface, because that is technically like a move up rather than a move over. I think it's still a move actually.
Okay.
We'll see. Somebody might know.
I like the idea of me just summoning these vines in the water that entangle everything.
Okay.
Mean Mugging says you should be able to move if you are submerged since you're in a different region.
That may be.
So you can like move under.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So your stuff is tapped.
Yeah, let's do this.
I can't move.
Just slide this out a bit.
We got 1 space over there. Okay, we gotta remember that.
See what's going on. Yeah, technically. Yeah.
Yeah, you can move. I can move, but like underground. But I don't think I can move up. Maybe. Yeah, move under. Yeah. Okay. Well. And I can't move. Minions occupying can't move. Does this guy turn into? He turned into a monster. I assume that's a minion. Yeah.
I think so. I think anything that's a unit is not an avatar.
He just
Basically,
can't move. You know.
locked him down.
Okay, at the start of your turn, force target nearby enemy minion to take a step toward Guile Sirens. So that would be move this guy here, move this guy here.
Yeah.
And that would be move this guy here or here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can't do anything... Yeah, we're really cramped, by the way. Just for you is right. We're trying to keep it all on the stream. So, like, on the screen. We would actually spread out a lot if we're not streaming right now.
Yeah, and like the playmats, they have, like, there would be a box here that kind of shows this area, which is kind of cool.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all very interesting. So, Entangle, for all the rules gurus out there, can I move the Guile Siren like from submerged up to normal space? Or that's probably considered a move. But going from the underground region to the above ground region, I don't feel like you're entangling me underwater. I feel like you're entangling me at the top.
Yeah, I'm no rocket scientist.
I'm no old timey cowboy. All right, we got some moments here. Fascinating. So I've got to pile in minions also to protect myself, ideally. So at the start of the turn, let's move the land surveyor into the sea serpent's den there.
Oh no!
Yeah, hello.
Where's my land?
Let me survey here. All right, it's gone.
Oh.
now we've got this. Well.
Well, it says you're not directly affected by it until you reach the surface.
Okay, so I can come up and swing technically, or I could keep it down there to block. And we could also got a lot to say about just trying to kill you.
That is an option. But every swing you swing is one less block you get.
What's your avatar of Earth right now?
+3, so it's a 4 strength.
Okay. 4 strength. Not scared. And we know you have weird things in your hand, but we're not going to play to that. We're not going to think about that.
What are you talking about? I got nothing.
Nothing. We're not even, it's not even really a consideration, really.
Mm-hmm.
But my stuff can't move, and that is a real annoyance.
Yes.
That is a real annoyance, let me tell you. This Kelpie really not doing much for me.
So we think you could move underwater, though. Is that right?
Yeah, we think we move underwater and can surface and do stuff, but
Yeah.
once you're on the surface, you can't then take a move action.
To go under the water.
To go back under or to move off of it.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because you could like go under the water, next round move, then next round move up, but then by then the entangle's gone anyway. So what are we doing?
Yeah. So why are we even thinking about it? Okay, and things that we know is you're gonna have an avatar of Earth that's gonna try to attack me. You might have a weird. I know there's that weird accelerate card in Earth where you can move and attack in the same turn. So the cave trolls could potentially get in. Like you can do a double move.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta honor that.
The longbowman can also like if I can double move, they could move, shoot.
Mm-hmm. You can move, shoot. Yeah. So the avatar needs to get out of town. First order of business. Get the avatar out of town. We can roll back here. That is a reasonable place to be. That's fairly safe. Then we need to murder. And then, you know what? It may be a bridge too far, for hair bun. I guess we'll see. We'll see, won't we?
Fixing to find out.
Yeah. So let's move here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's attack your autumnal unicorn here. Feed the beast.
We may have dug too deep.
And in Death's Door, you've got to actually kill me, the person. And the Kelpie, is it going to stay underwater? Is there a reason for it to stay underwater? Should it just move over to its friend down there at the party?
I will protect this house.
Force the Avatar of Earth to do something. Although Avatar of Earth moving here could be a thing. Could also move the Kelpie back over and threaten. Then you have to move the Avatar or take like a bajillion damage, which I think is a problem. How many cards you got? How many real cards?
1.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's all this stuff too. Let's put the Kelpie over here.
Okay.
Because sight damage doesn't matter anymore. We're in Death's Door.
And how are you blocking my avatar from hitting your avatar currently?
What?
Asking for a friend?
Oh, right. There's that thing too. I guess we got to do that. We'll play a thing. Or we could send the avatar here. That's a good question. You can just kill me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's worth
A
noting.
little friendly question. Feel free to roll back whatever you need.
Worth noting.
When it did, I assume this is Jesse saying avatar chasing avatar is like in-game chess when a king is trying to corner the enemy king.
So, okay, maybe we do that differently. Now, I think, can I use this ability? Flood a site adjacent to your body of water.
That can't be right.
Is anything adjacent to itself?
We said it was, right?
Yeah. Like, it says flood a site adjacent to your body of water. Is something in the body of water adjacent to a body of water? Like this, you know, like.
Oh, I see.
So, like, I could water over to here, for instance, or water down to here on an existing site.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you look up entangle, immobilize?
Immobile is just movement.
Yeah.
So you could punch me.
They can't use movement abilities, but I can use attacks for sure. So if that's the case, Zach, I may need to reorient.
Jesse's saying yes, and the body of water is adjacent?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So you can move around into your own bodies of water, basically.
Yeah, so you can kind of move anywhere instead of just moving there.
Yeah. So let's do that. We flood here. We lose the flood here. And we're out of here. Let's call that good.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Over to me.
Yeah.
This red ace. Draw a card from the standard deck.
It says you're adjacent to another site in the body of water, so yes. No tricks, please. Entangled terrain, huh? You think you're so cool.
So how in Jeebus do I get there? So, because you could just move over to this side if I get closer.
That's right. Yeah. Well, you're in the lake. What do you expect?
He's a wily man.
Came over here. You spent all your tuna on you got stuff in the back row. You're gonna have to come get in the party.
Mm-hmm.
This is flooded too, just in case you need a.
Okay.
It's really watery over
Get
there.
right on that, boss.
This forest hand, at least I won't die to fireballs this time. That's true. Very true.
It's normally how I end this.
I'm sure there's an earth card there that'll do it. You know, like a rolling boulder, rock golem.
But how do I win, Ma?
I just gotta wait for this thing to get over with. Goodness gracious.
Well, I just gotta kill you in the meantime.
Yes. Waterbound. How do you reckon a 4/4 waterbound exists?
That's a good question.
Seems like a pretty big downside. At least give me a 5/4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a situation.
Yeah. Play a little Avatar of Earth ping pong here.
Well, hypothetically, I can position in such a way that you can't not be next to me,
That's the idea.
but that's not true. You can just play a site and move there.
I can't immediately move there. I have to tap to flood and move.
Hmm.
I used to be able to do that. That was old Avatar of Water, and that was the best. But now it's all balanced and stuff. It's like, what the heck is this? Why? All these balance changes, making it fair and whatnot. These auras, man, they've got to go. Daniel Lawrence, anywhere from Eric on Kickstarters will start arriving. I think the general sense is like, what is he, like 50 to 60% done with the printing and packaging and stuff on the Kickstarter update last. So it's pretty close. End of March, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna get to an as of yesterday, booster packs are 70% packed there. So like, that's pretty close.
Oh. I need to get that avatar out of there.
Point of the game, point of the game, point of the game.
So you're gonna have to.
If I wasn't entangled, dude, I'd feel so good.
You have to tap to flood and move. So then.
Oh, that's just the die. I thought it was. Hey, Keenan Andrew, how you doing?
I think. That's so complicated.
It's crazy, isn't it? Truly nuts. Truly crazy.
So I think I'm just gonna move my avatar here.
Right on.
And then move here and here currently. So
Into the depths.
I definitely don't want you summoning old big fat Sally. If I have a summoning sickness, if I have a tap ability, can I use it on the turn it comes into play?
Can't tap.
Okay. Let's play Frontier Soldiers here.
Love that card.
And then. Oh, wait, you have those dumb sirens.
I do.
Hold on. Back that phone up. Oh.
Built the blender.
88 sirens. Alright. Let's play it over here.
Okay.
Because it'll just get eaten by your sea serpent.
Yeah.
And I'll pass back to you.
Okay.
We're looking for answers, baby.
All right, start of the turn. Untap this boy. Here's a Kelpie as well. I'm going to untap these guys. Worth noting. Flood doesn't matter. Draw a card.
So digging for answers.
Okay. There's two.
Earthquake would be so good right now.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah.
It would be good. Okay, and then do we want...
You did say I could play things where my avatar is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, you can. America.
Si se puede.
Oh, I wish I wasn't entangled. Oh, how I wish I was not entangled. Oh my gosh.
Got him.
We're gonna have. We don't have dispels or anything anymore, do we?
I mean, not in the decks.
Not that the answer is like
Anti.
just you counter it. But goodness gracious.
I got some fun times for you coming up.
Freaking aura. If it wasn't for that freaking aura, I'd feel really good. You can always, can you play a site adjacent to your avatar? Like, if I'm here, can I play a site here? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Or is it just next to the sites you control? It's one or the other. Oh, man. Let's see. You could just have so many shenanigans.
Sites may only be played using your avatar ability. When you play a site, it must be placed within the realm atop void or rubble. Must be adjacent to another site you control.
Okay, got it. And we can move some things into a nearby space, but I don't think the siren wants to do any of that. All right, let's get a Kelpie. I'm just gonna keep tracking. Just hunting. And then maybe this is right, maybe this is wrong. I guess we'll find out. Reveal the topmost site of your atlas. Ugh, gross.
What up, Keenan?
I hate that.
I guess Andrew.
Hate that ability. Let's tap.
Okay, what ability?
Flood a site adjacent to your body of water. Until you do so again, you may teleport there. So I'm gonna flood this guy.
Enemy territory.
Teleport there. And then I'll pay 1 for a swamp buffalo on that. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all can't move. And we can move the sirens up if we want. Is that gonna matter? Yeah, that could matter.
Onto the land.
Onto the land we go.
Okie dokie.
And then I'll pass it over.
Alright. This will be the last turn of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're excited about that. Let's draw from here, see what we get.
If you don't have a bunch of stuff that can suddenly attack. Is that when you? I thought it was you could summon anywhere your avatar was. If that's not the case, then we're gonna have to. We'll probably just take it here. I guess.
You can summon the buffalo somewhere. If you want like an extra blocker or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Boom. Buffalo. I'm gonna get the actual rulebook. And double check that. A lot of things have changed since we started her off. Let's take a look. Playing a little game of ping pong here.
Alright, I'm gonna tap my frontier soldiers.
Heck yeah.
Reveal the topmost, play it adjacent to them, so it's gonna have to go over here. Let's see what we get. Humble Village.
That's humble.
We're gonna move there. I will pay 1 and get a little foot soldier.
Okay. Let's see what we get in the summoning rules. Let's look. Elemental threshold, power rating, artifacts, units, bodies of water, adjacent, ownership, understand. Okay. Mana, spells, minions. Atop any of your sites. Can't summon where your avatar is. I bet that got pretty degenerate. You just start like...
Yeah. It's funny. Okay.
Oh wow, that ability is so strong.
What ability?
Nothing.
To move wherever you want.
Yeah, basically. But also, you don't have to move. You can just flood a site, and it says you may move.
Mm.
So you can just flood and then like
Summon
move your
something.
sea serpent
Yeah.
up. But yeah, you're really supposed to be back in the back. You know, like don't move your back row. It's a classic checkers situation. As Jesse said, unless you have a land deed, and then we're playing Doomtown.
And then we are playing Doomtown. Oh, don't you see? All right, I'm gonna play the Stone Gaze Gorgons here.
Okay.
So things here are disabled. Got that covered. I'm trying to get in a position where I can get you from anywhere, which I can't because you can block from over here. It's annoying.
Trying.
Let's think about this. I guess if you suck me in with your sirens, you can move my sirens. That's a problem. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
You can move them around a little bit, yeah.
No. No. If you're disabled, are you blank?
I can't do anything. I mean, I don't think the text is blank. You can find out though.
I think you can still trigger your ability.
Does it say I can't?
No.
All right. You're still attracted to me even though I'm encased in stone.
Mm-hmm. Checks out. Okay, then I have to go a different direction with this. I'm gonna play the Gorgons here.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Before we play the Gorgons, move this here. Let's move this here. Then we'll play the Gorgons.
Okay.
Then my avatar is gonna. Oh no! I've lost.
Yeah.
Not really.
That's good news. I didn't think so, but
I was gonna step in and try to attack here.
okay. Well, so I could swing in with the buffalo or the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying? I could, except I'm entangled.
Forgot about that, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Get out of here, sirens.
So this can't counter either.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, you got it.
Over to you,
Okay.
sir.
Wheel. Let's stand up. This is gone. Thank you very much. We got the kelp. We'll draw a card. Okay. Not exactly what we needed. Okay, can't swing because we're in stone.
I froze the wave.
Got it. Understood. Okay. Then
Galactic's asking if Steven's trying to set the record for longest time spent at Death's Door.
I'm comfortable at Death's Door
Yeah,
ultimately.
man. You gotta play that Reaper.
Always have been.
You see that guy? When he's at Death's Door, you can, once a turn, summon for free a random minion. Is it random or is it just a minion from discard pile? I think it's just a minion from discard pile. Either discard pile.
The Gorgons are a bit of an issue there.
Problemo. Yeah.
I'm gonna need some kind of. I'm gonna need some kind of removal spell there. Okay. Sirens are good. And got a Kelpie.
Robbie says, I was working for a bit while this was on silent. How long has it been at death's door? It was like an hour ago when I first saw it.
It's been a while.
Dan O'Crowley saying, I'm so wishing I had back 2 sets of precons.
Okay, so I can't do anything really. I can move in and do some damage, but then I just get frozen.
It's amazing how, like, in so many weird little instances, simple it is.
You can move,
But
freeze.
the Shizen tree is very complex.
And I go here, ultimately.
And, like, you're just trying to... Like, I'm trying to figure out how to do 1 damage to you this whole time. And it's not easy, actually.
And then you basically Gorgon. Okay. And then you can just clear the Kelpie if you want to do it that way. And you can't move. Reasonable. Someone's going to draw just some kind of bomb spell and it's all going to be over.
I keep... Every time I draw, I'm just like, okay, come on,
me too. I keep drawing these 2 drops. It's like all my units just attack.
Yeah.
They just attack.
I need you to do more.
I want you to do anything. Anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. The bueno. The first 20 damage seems so easy.
Alright. Kelp is going to move over here.
Mm-hmm.
He literally is doing nothing. He's just like down there for fun.
I mean, he's not getting shot by my bowman this whole time.
Cooper.
So there is that.
Then I'm going to tap here. I guess I hope you don't have another Gorgon. Play a tadpole pool here.
Odds of another Gorgon are low. Robbie says, I've tested this game like twice last year, but what have you all learned these games so far that are substantially different than before you all tested with these decks today? To me, it's mostly just like tidier.
It is much tidier. Much better. Okay, and then we're going to throw a Kelpie here as well. For 3.
All right.
And then I'll pass.
Draw from here.
I'm just waiting for that spell to drop it. To make it hammer for my Wrath of the Sea. Where's my Wrath of the Sea, Bun?
Bun? It's your sea bun? Where is your Wrath of the Sea?
I want to drown everything already. This is ridiculous.
And the tadpoles come in underground?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Isn't that handy? Isn't it so awesome how they're under there and they can't do anything?
Handy for some of us.
Unlike your little foot soldiers.
Okay. I might be able to string together an answer here. I just gotta think my life through. Man, this would have been so nice before. I don't think it's doing it now, though. This would be a heck of a way to do what I'm about to do, I think.
Give me the Wrath of the Sea. Come on. Come on. David Blaine it.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, show me.
This is silly. I
Pass.
This guy. I declare a thumb war. Let me just make sure. So so I'm clear, a weapon I play onto something like equipped.
I think you can play it attached. Yeah.
And then the weapon is immediately a thing that can be utilized.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know. Like units can't like do their thing initially.
No, yeah, it doesn't have summoning sickness. You can throw it right on something for sure.
Okay. Here's what I will do then.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna play a Spear of Destiny.
Boom.
On my Land Surveyor.
It's my favorite card.
Yeah, look at this thing. And it has an ability. It says Bear has tap, throw Spear of Destiny at any minion anywhere. It teleports to that minion's location and kills it.
So you just get to ace anything on the board, basically. Yeah.
And this could be a fatally bad plan. So we'll see. I'm going to tap Land Surveyor, and we're going to toss the Spear of Destiny at your Kelpie.
You got it.
No, this just sits there.
That's right. My frog's about to pick it up. You're about to get frogged with that spear, dude. Who's frog gigging now?
Okay, so then I'm just gonna move my Gorgons here,
Right.
and then
You got it.
I'm gonna attempt to kill your avatar with my avatar.
Good game.
Well, boom.
The Spear of Destiny was your destiny.
Yeah, that's the only way that works.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you block with the Kelpie if I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Gorgons are good.
They're like a walking bomb.
Yeah, they're real good.
The card I just drew, the Siege Ballista,
Also a good card.
which you can tap the bear and another ally, do 3 to something, 2 away.
My next card was a Sedge Crabs.
I'm going to tell you, that probably wasn't going to
That's
get it done.
good, at least.
That was the thing we learned pretty quickly is like the low cost stuff, you feel like you want to be on curve to have the 1, 2, 3, but not really.
I honestly don't think. I think if I were to watch like an actual sorcery game be played, they probably wouldn't start dropping anything until like turn 5 or 6.
Yeah. And one of Earth's big strengths is they get these little soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So they can drop stuff without having to expend, because cards are so valuable.
It's crazy.
And it's yeah.
Yeah,
My next card, by the way, is a wild boar. So
I think it's probably like if I really start to kind of disconnect from the theme of it and start actually trying to look at the game, there's probably some decks that you can build that would rush, but I think the vast majority of time I'm going to be trying to play 3 to 4 land before I'm committing forces anywhere. And then I'm only going to do it if I'm like playing a land that's adjacent to something that's threatening enough from you that I have to defend it.
yeah.
And I'm going to try to match or beat your defense. Kind of like in Soulforge Fusion, that you have to have the match. You want to exceed their attack or defense on like the Soulforge side. So you just start trying to drop things that are matching the threats, right? And then the battlefield gets established, and that happens for a while. And then there's probably a big effect or 2 throughout the game that's going to twist and turn.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Mean Mugging? If a minion declares a move plus attack versus a target in entangled terrain, the minion will become immobile as soon as it occupies entangled terrain and won't be able to complete its attack. Yeah, so you can't jump into the entangle and swing.
Got you.
Reasonable.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think when you start playing these 6, 7, 8 cost cards, like even you played Mother Nature, if I don't have an answer right there, now you could flip and it's just like a little 1 cost thing.
Even then.
But like
it's a card
free
a turn.
card and a unit without the resource being spent.
Insane. Yeah.
So
there was also an early hand. I buried the Sunken Treasure, which would have drawn me 2, but I didn't have any submerge units in hand that could go get it at the time. And so I was like,
then you had nothing but
this could be dead. And then it was a bunch of submergers, yeah.
Yeah, looking through my deck, honestly, it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure Spear of Destiny is
it the answer?
Well, like, I don't have a lot of ways to just kill you there. I'm going to start out uniting you, and that's going to be a long road.
I wish I had had that dodge roll in hand.
Because of how mobile you are.
Freaking dodge.
The 2 other answers I had, but I just didn't have the resources for it yet. I had 6. Is the Ratanus Titan. When I play him, he does 6 to everything at his location. So if you happen to come on an Earth location,
yeah.
And then my Midland army can obviously get the...
Yeah, you can get some beef out.
But like...
I had a number of times where I could have transformed this dude into an 8. But it was like, the turn that I was going to do that, you entangled the location. And I was like, well, whatever. I guess there's no point in doing that.
So part of why I was doing that was knowing he could possibly come out. So I entangled and I also had the Gorgons in hand.
Yeah.
And it was like, I need to not ever have a turn where you can just flip that guy into a unit and move.
Yeah, I was waiting for the right time. I was hoping to kind of get you down in this area and then transform it. Even if you just transform it and do 8 to the site, then you just like put so much pressure on.
Well, you do 8 and then like, what do I do in return?
Yeah, nothing. So you just keep tromping, get you on
just
death's
keep trying
door,
to,
and then...
Yeah. And I have to have the unit here and here not to just take 8 again next round. And over and over it goes.
Yeah, I had just a number of bad trades there in the middle. The frog coming in. There was a couple of terms that I wasn't fully appreciating as to how that was going to play out. Yeah, it's hard to get your vision right to understand that things on other sides of the adjacency can come in and screw up with your math. Where it's like okay, I can account for this and this, and it's like, oh, I forgot that I need to do something about this thing before I can do the rest of the plan here. Yeah, and then it all goes sideways.
The frog trade was pretty bad
because
you took away my archer, but then I immediately just punched you with my unicorn and got it back.
It was a non-existent trade. It was just a loss of card. That's all.
That's
that
not a
was.
trade. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. There's
a loss.
nothing traded there. Yeah. So great stuff. Sorcery. So that was one precon game. That's crazy. The value in these precons. I mean, I could play that match probably 20 more times.
Yeah. And it would play very differently every time.
Yeah, and that's kind of the cool thing about the rarity system too. Is like, if you see some of these big cards, it's just gonna totally change the way the game plays. You see the Gorgons and all. It's like a totally different game.
Yeah.
When that happens.
And I could have easily just not seen the Gorgons, right?
Mm-hmm. Atop adjacent sites. See, and like, there's this whole water theme that's going on. Like the sirens and the Unland Angler does the same thing. If it's submerged, force each enemy minion atop adjacent sites to take a step towards it. So it's like, you just build this pit of death, and then you just keep drawing minions into it.
And you like drown my stuff, and you keep drawing them in. And if you get to selectively draw them in, it makes like movement and blocking very hard to do.
Yeah.
And you start to see what you can do that's just really mean to them.
Yeah, what the factions are trying to do. And even just like the 2 drowns in the deck, just being able to tap Avatar of Water, you can leave it there, flood a site, drown something on that site. It's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Because how does the drown read?
Submerge a target minion or artifact if able.
Yeah, no cost restriction.
No.
So it's just like
the Gorgons go, or or the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Whew.
So cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, thanks everybody for watching. It's been super fun. Glad to have these precons. Thanks again to Eric for sending them over. And we might have to play a little Air v Fire.
I assume we're going to have a lot more playing opportunities. If you're interested in the game and you haven't already gotten in, and it is before April 1st, 2023, we do have a pre-order up for beta booster boxes, which is one way you can get in and start playing this game. You can also head to our Discord channel and go to the Sorcery channel and just ask questions. Incredible community over there. A lot of great people happy to help you start your journey if you're interested in this game.
And I guess I'm going to have to go actually get good at this. That's my next step.
I got to get my dubs in while I can.
I'm so bad at the game right now. It's like,
you know what though? One thing that is really cool about it is it feels like it's got certain elements of miniatures games, like the positional aspect.
Yeah.
So it's hitting on a couple very key like brainwaves for me. Like it is a card game, but there's this like positional element to it that I really dig.
Yeah, it's not the same as like when I step into Flesh and Blood, I feel like I bring 20 years of experience with me to that exact moment. And I feel like I'm out in the wilderness on Sorcery. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing. Any given turn, I'm just like, maybe.
Well, sometimes too, it's just like, and it's until you're intimately familiar, one of the upsides and downsides of essentially how many cards you're not drawing in a game, where there are going to be moments where the exchanges just favor the other person.
Yeah.
And if you're drawing little 1-2 cost units and I'm playing the Gorgons, like, that's not great.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's the kind of thing where because the cards are so tight, one exchange that you play poorly can actually cost you the game.
Which feels like a miniatures game in that way.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, you get a little behind on the units and the position on the board, and all of a sudden you like the points cascade out of control for you.
Yeah, it's true. It does have those miniatures elements, which I've never really been good at miniatures games. Is anybody good at miniatures games?
I don't know. I think it's yet to be proven. But you are good at chess.
It's yet to be proven. Nobody's actually played one. You just set it up.
They're just getting good at getting to the table. I will say, like, there are chess elements of it too, which the thing that is tougher for me to fully comprehend is like I can set up value exchanges, but there are some of the earlier games of Sorcery played that one of them I remember you dunking on me because like I just didn't quite see the sequence of events as it was going to play out.
Yeah.
And you had really set up the dominoes basically. And then once the trade started, I got to the end of the trades and it was very bad for me. Like,
that's how I felt whenever I ate that archer. I was like, I ate that for a good reason. And then I was like, oh no, wait a minute. It's actually not going to do the next part of the thing that I had to do. I think this is one of those games that's going to get you in those situations that we talk about often, where you start down, you have your logic tree, and you start down path A, B, or C in your best options. And you get down C, and you're like, C is the best option here for sure. And then there's a detour on C because you realize that the plan you had, now this thing that you didn't originally think about is blocking you're proceeding with C. And so you're like, can I still stay on C while doing an additional action with this unit over here, playing this card that will remove the blocker on C? And then you're like, I think I can do that. And then you're like, but wait a minute. If I play that, then B actually gets more interesting.
Yeah.
So then you start going down B, and you're like, okay, yeah. So that makes sense because C is going to have happened, so this is going to be really good. And you start doing it, and you're like, wait a minute, but C isn't happening anymore because I chose B, and then you're halfway through B, and you're like,
oh no.
But now this is disrupting B, and now I'm screwed up.
Or you go down the path C, and you get to the second part, and in your brain you were like, well, if I do this, they will do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then they don't do that.
Right.
And then
you
get to part.
Oh yeah,
you get to step H, and you're like, wait, I was assuming they were going to do something at B.
That's right.
And that can really mess you up. I think that's what you did to me the first time that I was like, I felt really bamboozled.
Mm.
It's like, well, clearly the best play here is B at that moment. But then if you work it all the way out, it's not the right play. And you worked it out at that moment. And then you were like, well, I'm not going to do that. And then I got to that moment. I was like, oh, wait, this now is not favorable for me.
That's so good.
And, so a similar feeling to me was X-Wing, where you set the dials.
Mm-hmm.
But you set the dials before you know what anybody else is doing. So you have to basically work through what's the best position I could be in, what's the best position they could be in, knowing the best position they could be in, what's the best position I could be in. But they know that that's the best position I could be in.
Right.
So you have to kind of work through, and then you try to create a scenario where you min-max the variables, right? And you hedge, essentially, which is if this ship, these two Tengen over here, works out poorly for me, I'm coming around here to support that reality.
Mm-hmm.
And you just work through and you try to create these kind of traps where there's really not a way for it to work out poorly for you position-wise.
Yeah.
And
That's the goal.
Yeah. Which is, in X-Wing, it was kind of controlled chaos because there's a singular moment of decision where you're just making all these choices.
Yeah.
Here it feels somewhat like that, but also just totally different.
Well, it's because you have the injection of insanity from the hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, this all works out until the earthquakes.
X-Wing is like it's on the table. Like there's no injection actually. The injection is the dice rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this is the best play as long as I average the right amount of damage on the first attack.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it casts. You see that all the time. It's
yeah,
like,
and that's a lot different than like, well, this Mother Nature is going to be good unless he has that earthquake or Spear of Destiny that then comes in and so there's one variable that kind of comes in all of a sudden.
What was the unit you would have gotten to play with Mother Nature if I hadn't?
One of the bullfrogs.
Okay.
Yeah, which is not awesome. It's just a 3/3 body at that point. But if Mother Nature does that 3 times, 4 times, it's just like there's so much stuff over here in the water world.
Too much.
What are you gonna do?
Even the damage I was sneaking through gets way harder if you have 1 or 2 extra free units.
You just kind of start moving around. But cool stuff. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll get out of here, and we'll see you next time. Hop on our Discord, talk about some sorcery. We'll have a good time of it, and I'll continue to ask the hard questions. Take care.